Right. Shit, I need to change. Right. Right. Hello. There we go. Let's see here. What can I see here? I imagine I see. Well, hopefully I see something Psychonauts too. That's the one thing I know I wanna see. But I don't really know what else I would like to see. Hello. And
as a way to find that joy in community that's so important to all of us. We look forward to continuing to support the ESA and we hope the rest of the industry joins in that support. Welcome to E3.
There, everything's set up again.
Thank you very much.
And
for
now
that
you should be able to hear
message,
them as
Phil.
well.
And of course, Phil Spencer, a big fan of the Kinda Funny Xcast.
Yes.
Probably because I'm not on it.
I think that might be it.
Golden Boy, it is Xbox Day. When we talk about Xbox, I know all you want to talk about is Halo.
Chat is going
Halo.
wild.
Halo. On a scale of 1 to infinity, how pumped are you? How hungry for new Halo news are you today?
I mean, dude, look, for those who don't know, and maybe are going to be a little annoyed by my love for Halo, you know, I commentate Halo. Shout out to the Halo Championship Series crew and the Halo Esports crew. Love you guys. It's just been such a big part of my life since I was a kid. It was the first game that brought me and my brother together, playing games together. The first Halo 1 campaign was incredible. And since then, it's had such a role in my life that it's hard to ignore. But, you know, I'll be remiss to mention, though, that, like, yes, Halo is going to be the thing that we're all looking forward to, but let's not forget that Xbox and Microsoft went on a buying frenzy and picked up a whole heap load of studios, including the juggernaut
That's
Bethesda,
very much true.
which
They have
is
bought
very exciting because
so many
two of my
things.
favorite keynotes of E3 were usually Xbox and Bethesda.
Sure.
So now that they're coming together like this, it's quite exciting. It's going to be a different type of show, and you know that Xbox is really going to want to feature as many awesome Bethesda titles as they possibly can, Greg.
Oh, 100%. You know, I think in the message we had there, Phil talks about, if we come back together next year, it'll have to be something really special for them.
Agreed.
I am expecting that today. In a different way, of course, obviously, virtually, but you know, two conferences coming together. They're being
It's
the creative
worrisome
lineage
how
they've
much
talked about. They understand that
Microsoft
all eyes are on them
buys,
right
but
now,
at
and
the
that
same
this is
time
their
it's
show.
good
This
that
E3
they
is
buy
really
them
all
and
about
not
Xbox
the
and Bethesda.
PlayStation or
So what do you
something.
do with that? And I think obviously, yes, you talk about
Because,
Halo, you re-debut that to
Microsoft
the world.
don't
We
really
hope we
care
finally get
it's much
Starfield.
about
That'll be an
exclusive
amazing
games
thing.
for their
Huge.
console.
But what are you putting in between there? And I think this is really where Xbox's buying frenzy of all these first parties needs to shine.
Games still
What
come
we're
out
doing,
on
where we're
PC.
working on, where we're going with this, put a release date on 12
Worst
minutes.
case, they
drop-
will
I
make
still
them
think- I hold
exclusive
out hope for the
to
Shadow drop for
Xbox
Psychonauts 2.
services.
There's a million different things they could do, and that's what makes it so exciting. They have all the pieces. They have this great
Xbox
toolbox. What are they going to
Game
use?
Yeah,
Pass.
and let's not forget
I
that
mean,
Xbox Game Pass has been revolutionary in this space. It's done a lot, and I think we're going to see a heaping quality load of I don't even know if that's a term.
It is now.
It
Put it in
is.
the dictionary.
It is now. Put it in there. Of indie games as well, because you know that Xbox, they do like that. The ID at Xbox. Hope we get a little segment of that as well. There really is a lot of good that can come out of this conference, and you're so right, Greg. All eyes are on Microsoft right now. They have to nail this one.
Exactly. What do you guys want to see from Xbox? Make sure you use that hashtag E3 2021 to be on the ticker. And shout out, I'm not getting this wrong, shout out to Soldier Boy, who's watching right now in the chat, apparently. Everyone loves E3. But for more on Xbox, let's send it over to our third host, Jackie Jing and the media gang. Jackie, how you guys doing this morning?
We are doing fantastic over here. Soldier Boy, you guys. Okay, what's going on over here?
Oh, these are business hands.
Business hands.
Oh, the business hands.
BMW.
Yes. All right, we all getting our business hands ready here. Well, we need to get down to business, y'all, with my lovely E3 crew here. And Xbox. Where do we begin? I mean, I think all of us here are ready to see Master Chief again in Halo Infinite. But real talk, there were a lot of conversations around the gameplay reveal. And how are we feeling about it, everyone? How are we feeling about it?
I'm feeling a lot more confident this time.
Okay.
Around. Yeah, because
all right.
because you come out the gate and everyone's kind of middling. Last time we saw Halo Infinite, and even like when they are able to recognize, like, oh, we wasn't bringing the heat, and this is E3. This is the biggest showcase they've had in a long ass time. So, I feel like that they understand what the task is, and they've communicated as much through their community blogs. So they've been very transparent. But now it's kind of like they know that visually maybe it wasn't that impressive. Maybe the actual like gameplay that they showed wasn't bringing the heat either. So I feel like they're going to be very bombastic with bringing back Halo, because now's the time. Now's the time for them to do that. And there's still a lot of questions around it, like what does multiplayer look like? Campaign structure, we kind of got answers, but it was a little vague. So there are a lot of questions that people have, and I feel like they understand that now's the time to answer them.
All right, Damon, I see you nodding your head there.
I hope you're right, Michael, because I would count myself
Yeah.
among the people that was less than impressed with the demo that we got last year. But I want there to be an amazing new Halo game. I want it to be as visually impressive as possible. I want to look at it and say, that is a next-gen Halo game.
Yeah.
So I do think Microsoft has something to prove today. I hope they can do it.
And it looks like right now, I actually thought Halo would be #1, but according to our poll, what do you want to see from Xbox and Bethesda games? Actually, Halo's at 27%. An unannounced game is at 46%. So that's actually very interesting.
I mean, that makes sense.
I definitely
does it
think
not?
I expected Starfield to be a little bit higher. It's only at 11%.
It's for Fallout New Vegas too. Everyone's super excited.
Oh
I know
my
I'm not the
goodness.
only one.
Hell
Of course.
I'm not the only one.
Bring it.
Well, yeah, that would be interesting.
I do want to talk about Starfield a little bit, though. It's just...
But
all
a
we've
new
seen
game
is
is
a
always
planet,
more interesting than an
space,
old one
a
you already
satellite,
know about.
A bunch of colors.
Isn't that always the
What
case?
is it?
I don't know. Space?
What is it?
Space? I'm very skeptical about space games after No Man's Sky was hyped so much a few years ago, and it's like, well, that was disappointing. So I'm like, yes, it's Bethesda. Yes, it's a new space game. Am I
I've
excited?
played No Man's
Yes,
Sky,
I'm
but
also
I
scared.
have heard that
It's just a
it has
giant
come
loading
back
screen meant to represent
pretty
the
well.
infinite void of space,
Really
that
good
feeling of being
with
adrift
the
among
new
the stars.
updates
I'm sure
and
there's going to be
DLC
more
and
to it than that,
such.
but at this point, that's all I have to go on. So truly, my
I
expectations
watched
can only get higher
the
from here. I'm
internet
super stoked to see what they
historian
have in store.
video on it.
Yeah, is it going to be like Mass Effect, and it's going to be this single-player story game? Is it going to be like roguelike, like FTL? I mean, there's just so many questions.
Yeah, it's a Bethesda joint, so you kind of understand what they're getting into. Todd Howard has said as much, that it's in line with what you would expect from a Bethesda game, such as Fallout or Elder Scrolls. So, but again, like even then, they're also like, we're trying something new. This is also supposed to be. All signs point to this being like a true next-gen game as well. So that's also like a time to show off, like, this is what the Series X can do as well. This could also be a console seller for them. Also, what platforms are they going to be on? Since Xbox has acquired Bethesda, people are like, is this going to come to other platforms? And yeah, of course,
mean,
come
it
to PC
will
and
still
Series
be on
X. Is it gonna be
computers.
Xbox One?
Probably
Who knows?
not
I
the
would
PlayStation.
think so, but
Yeah. Okay, we got to talk
PlayStation
about
and
Perfect Dark.
Xbox
So
have
really
a much
quickly,
more
give
of a
us-
rival
Can you
I think
give
I'm
us-
the only one that wants to
Nintendo
talk
No,
and
about
but
it.
you
Xbox.
have to give us a really fast refresher on the plot.
But
though.
I don't
I'm
think
kidding.
we will
Don't
see
even
any
start. Do
Bethesda
not even
games
start on that.
like
Alien.
Doom,
But,
such
for
maybe on
Perfect Dark,
on
how do you think that
Switch,
game is
but
going to look in modern
not
times?
the
It's been roughly
Elder
20 years.
Scrolls or the
That's
Fallout.
that's my question too, and it's been 16 years since Perfect Dark Zero as well. So it's like, it's a different type of shooter than what people are used to today with your Wolfensteins and Doom. So I'm very curious to see, how can you make something that's authentically Perfect Dark that's going to satisfy someone like me, and then someone who's used to faster-paced shooters that maybe haven't even played the original Perfect Dark.
Yeah, y'all, there were so many items I wanted to discuss. Fable 4, Psychonauts, Forza, Indiana Jones, but we have to get things rolling here. So thank y'all for weighing in, but there's so much to look forward to with Xbox coming up soon, but we're gonna take a quick break. When we return, though, 24 Entertainment will have the floor showing us their current project. Do not miss it. We'll be right back.
I believe I started gaming probably like 7 or 8 years old. My brother got me my first Xbox.
I do love Fable. I played the franchise. I even had the Kinect one.
But I would say my main one that I loved the most was Fable, The Lost Chapters. It was just something that I really enjoyed, and I
started
always
on
go back to it whenever I
PlayStation
can.
1.
Gears of War. It's what made me start
Myself.
making videos online in the first place.
Microsoft, listen, can you please make a new Banjo game? I need that, you know what I mean?
I would be remiss without shouting out Psychonauts. Was like mind-blowing for anything, not just video games.
When I got out of college, someone introduced me to Skyrim, and I
Never
was
played
obsessed
any
with it for a
Banjo
while.
Kazooie games, but that is something to look forward to if they make a new one or a remake.
The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, which I played in college. It was unlike any other game I'd ever played before at the time. And then I'd probably
I'm
also
worried
have to say
about the next Elder Scrolls for several reasons.
The really nice, wholesome game of peacefulness that's really not peaceful,
Minecraft
and I
is
died so
always
many
nice
times,
to
and
play,
a lot of
yeah.
children have set me
It's
on
been a
fire,
long
set
time
my
since
house
I
on
probably
fire.
From the
played
roots,
it.
Halo's always
Probably
been my
something
game. It's
to
always been my
do
favorite game to play.
on
I
live
really
stream
love
sometime.
Halo.
Especially with
Halo
the
is my
new
favorite, and I
update
usually
that
have a
has
Master
come up.
Chief helmet. Oh, I put it in storage.
Halo 2 dropped, and that's something I'll never forget because
Never
that
played
is
Halo.
what really took my
Yeah,
competitive
but
drive
I'm
to
worried
the next
about the
level.
next
Halo
Elder
3
Scrolls
was the
games
first game
because
I got into, like, really
Fallout
competitive,
4
just
was
playing video games and
alright.
getting better at them is really, really
A lot
fun.
of people had
That is what
problem
I
with
want
that.
Halo
Fallout
to do.
76 was
so
just
hyped up for that.
yeah.
When Infinite drops, yes.
And then
Play that and try to get somewhat competitive.
I
why
love the
they
series, man. I love
censored
it.
out
And I want to
everything
be like
else
a
around it.
die-hard Halo fan
I
again.
mean, they censored out that as well, but still. Everything but him. And that's yeah. Then Microsoft also got what are their names? Obsidian. That did the Fallout-like game, but in space. Haven't played it. Have planning on playing it. And they also made the teaser for an Elder Scrolls-like, so it's... I'm sort of worried that... I don't know, really. The tension will be brought to something else. Because I did enjoy playing Skyrim back in the day. Obviously, when it comes to most Bethesda games, the mods and such are what you want. Stupidly enough, I bought the Fallout 4 on PlayStation. So that's, yeah, I bought it later on PC with all the DLC or something.
源源不断地将最新鲜的游戏资讯第一时间带给全球中文游戏玩家。自成立以来，篝火营地在全网的内容浏览量已经超过5亿，服务了数百万的读者和玩家。我们的愿景是做游戏文化传播者。您可以在全球各大手机应用市场下载篝火营地，或者访问3w.gamebonfire.com 来加入游戏传播者的行列。
I don't know if I can react to that live. I will react to it as spoiler-free as possible. And yeah, I mean, E3 starts around the same time, so maybe I can react to it then.
As a part of Play For All, GameSpot will be bringing you the latest gaming news and announcements, interviews with developers, the biggest press conferences, and lots more. Play For All is our yearly online event that combines the excitement and announcements of E3 with charity live streams the following week with lots of special guests who are going to help us raise money for able gamers. So join us in June for E3 and Play For All on GameSpot.com, YouTube.com/GameSpot, Twitch.tv/GameSpot, and as a part of E3's official broadcast. See you then.
Thank you, Lucy James, my former roommate. Battle Royale games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and even Call of Duty Warzone
Never been interested in any Battle Royale games.
And now, 24 Entertainment has what they hope is the next big bad battle game to take over the industry.
I don't know,
Here's
they just
24
don't look
Entertainment with an
interesting.
exclusive look at Naraka Blade Point.
I don't actually remember what the events are for tomorrow. Maybe Catcom. I remember.
No! The counter! No! Does Flicker end their own life?
I remember Nintendo starts off Tuesday and then Namco comes after. I haven't really talked about yesterday's. I didn't really watch much of yesterday's. I watched Ubisoft's and I wasn't going to live stream that because Ubisoft. But Mario vs. Rabbids Shine of Hope, was it? No? Shimmer of Hope. Yeah, Shimmer of Hope sounds more accurate. Looked interesting. Rosalina Rabbit, probably have Rosalina as well as a partner. Bowser was in the background, so I think he's going to be a partner as well. Then there was that one odd rabbit, original character rabbit, punk green hair. Not green hair, green highlights in the hair. And that was interesting, I guess. It didn't have many Mario enemies fully. There was a Shy Guy rabbit and there were some bob-bombs. The rest looks like original stuff. Obviously the original game didn't have many Mario enemies saying that, so... Actually they didn't have any. All rabbit enemies was sort of unique to themselves. So I guess it's a new thing to have Mario enemies mixed with the rabbits. But then there was that one monkey rabbit, not the Donkey Kong rabbit. But when they got out of the ship. So I don't really know what's up with that. Why they put focus on that one. Then there was the original villain. Some sort of weird ghost looking thing.
Not the first, not the last.
Gotta stay. That's a ride.
Looks like it might be a second tier, maybe something start from Microsoft. Give me a second tier.
Not the first, not the last. You're more valuable.
Right, it's about half hour.
Not the first,
Yeah.
not the last.
I guess it started a bit earlier. Let's see here, Monday. Capcom, yeah. That's late, so I might not be able to watch it that day.
Let the booze flow.
Oh yeah, that's late.
Chug, chug, chug.
But it's just a half hour. It will be into midnight for me. Mythic Games Take-Two, that might be interesting to watch.
Not the first, not the last.
Nintendo Bandai Namco. One Brothers game is today as well after Square Enix. Might be something of interest. It would be the last thing I watch is in that day. Half an hour. That event seems to be.
I'm a great shot. Can't do that. Who says monks have no flourish? Spectacular.
Hi everyone, I'm Ray Kwan, the lead producer of Naraka Playpoint. First, I'm honored to announce that more than 1 million players has wishlisted our game. We're really thankful for your love and support. Naraka Play Point is a battle royale game with strong action elements. This game provides mighty heroes, diverse weapons,
you know
and
what?
unlimited
I'll be
purple
back in a
system.
second, I think.
You can choose to be a sniper, killing enemies from nowhere, or a warrior, facing your opponents in close combats with swords and blades. You can also use Breaking Hook to wave your way through buildings and mountains. And of course, you can party with your friends, eliminate your enemies with combo of skills and ultimates. It's what we call unchained multiplayer combat, and you need to unchain your imagination. The Soul Jet enables you to create your own fighting style. There is also a variety of interactable machinery waiting for your exploration. And don't forget the character customization that lets you to create your unique appearance. In the upcoming beta, we're also adding a new melee weapon, Spear. In China, Spear is called the king of all weapons, and hence we gave it a brand new mechanism and took inspiration from a lot of martial art movies. We hope that Spear can bring you a fresh experience of action combat. Naraka Play Point will be globally released on August 12th, and you can pre-order the game right now on multiple PC platforms. Pre-order players will also unlock a new hero and an exclusive outfit. After the August launch, we will continue to release new contents and work hard to crack down on hackers and cheaters. We'll try our best to provide players with a clean gaming environment. On June 16th, we will start a one-week beta on PC. Right now, you can wishlist us, download the demo, and enjoy Naraka Play Point.
Oh my goodness, we are here for it. Why are we golf clapping? Like, I want to scream. Like, that was, it looks so good.
You're screaming, I'm drooling.
I know.
I'm drooling over that game.
It looks so fun. And so
Need a napkin
we just enjoyed it so much, we had to bring Golden Boy in.
Yeah.
Because you gonna play this?
Yeah.
How
so
dare you?
I played the first alpha and I was really blown away by it. Like, I feel like one thing that the Battle Royale space was missing was like an awesome melee Battle Royale. Because, you know, it's just a fun, like, I know everyone's like, oh, Battle Royales are like so tried and they're done and done and done. But like, something like this is something we really haven't seen before. Actually got to give a huge shout out to my buddy Genghis Khan, who I saw on Steam. He was playing it, and then I was like, dude, what the hell is this? He said, download it, it's super fun. So I went for it, and I spent the entire afternoon just cutting through people nonstop. I had a blast playing it. That's why I'm so hyped up about it.
Well, we are all very jealous of you, by the way. It looks amazing. But how do we think this is going to change the Battle Royale dynamic? You were kind of touching on that a little bit, but want to open it up to everybody.
Yeah, the thing about Battle Royale is like
touching on that a
all of them are, or the biggest ones are shooters. So you could like take pot shots, or you
Yeah.
can snipe fools, or you can like maybe take some shots, dip out.
Snipe
But
fools, huh?
Yeah, but here with this game, you need to pull up. You need
Right,
to,
then.
you come
I'm
through
back.
and let them know.
Yeah.
You square up and you're fighting. From all the gameplay that we saw,
Something
it
to
gets wild. There's like spell casting.
so I get
too. It
some
reminds me of
dinner.
Spellbreak, which is another battle
Yeah,
royale
I
that
am
focuses
going to
on
eat.
magic and stuff like that. And so
I
you
will
know,
be
and I was also
watching
thinking
and
of,
be ready
we were
to
talking about
comment
Ultimate
if
Ninja Storm,
anything
Naruto
interesting
Ultimate Ninja.
happens.
Yeah, because it's super fast and loose. Because I also play For Honor, which is very heavy and very deliberate. But this one's like, nah, just go all out. Yeah, it looks wild.
However, I
Absolutely,
will
and just
be
want to draw some
mute
attention to the pull up right now. When will Naraka Blade Point, the demo,
most of the
start?
time.
And yeah, I think we all know.
Everyone
June
watched it.
16th. We were all taking notes. We were like,
This is more like a did you pay attention, children in
yeah,
class?
Did you all pay attention? Okay, we were definitely paying attention.
77% of the audience paid attention.
I definitely want to talk though. I mean, there's Fortnite, Call of Duty Warzone, Apex, like that list goes on and on and on. Do we think that Naraka can compete with those titles?
I think absolutely, because people want differentiation. There's this feeling of battle royale fatigue right now because it's so much of the same thing. In this game, you can 360 no-scope someone with the brand new spear weapon and then have this like wuxia anime-esque style fight up in the sky just raining down holy hell. It's going to be awesome. Like, I think it's something that the space needs. You have to keep it fresh. You can't just keep adding on other game components to that core battle royale mode. It needs to feel fundamentally different, and that's what Naraka looks like from this gameplay demo.
Oh my gosh, look, it's so different.
There have
Yeah.
been several other examples of non-shooter battle royales that have been successful, right? There's Fall Guys, there's Tetris 99, there was Mario 35, RIP. Naraka looks awesome. Mitchell Saltzman previewed it for IGN, and he's our fighting game expert, and he came away impressed.
Too
He
soon.
said the fighting mechanics
With the
in
Mario
Naraka are
35.
legit. So
Too
I
soon.
think
Love
this
to
game
hear
is gonna be
that.
the real deal.
I definitely noticed the grapple hook, the verticality. Talk to me about the mobility mechanics.
Yeah,
Do you think people are going to adapt to that well?
So I think one of the big things for a lot of battle royale games is like, when can you disengage from a fight, right?
Yeah.
You know, Fortnite's really good because you have the building mechanic and you can build up, gain height, try and take your opponent who's on the low ground, right? They have to then try and do the same thing, which is why they incorporated like different things like grapple hooks into the game. Well, the grapple hook mechanic adds, and I said this while we were watching it, any game that has a grapple hook, I'm in there.
I know,
You know what I mean?
yes.
I'm in there because I just love the freedom of movement that it provides. And when you have like the characters and also it's very stylistic as well, right? Avali, I know you were going nuts about that.
Yeah.
Like stylistically speaking, it
100%.
looks really cool. You feel cool, and I know that this sounds like a hardcore shill for the game, but I'm telling you right now, if you are a competitive player, if you're an esports person, or you're just an individual who likes competing at a high level, I guarantee you'll like that game because I did, and that's my background.
Oh yeah, no, but the first thing that I was thinking of when I saw the trailer for the first time, I'm like, okay, cool, so we got the Battle Royale Fortnite elements, but like the combat looks like a faster Blade and Soul, and then all the characters that we see, plussing that character customization option, I'm like, okay, it has the simpability of Genshin Impact, and I'm like, hold on a second, hold on, I'm like, I think all of us are about to
Simpability.
jump into it. It's in the dictionary, Golden Boy, look it up.
I'll look it up for sure.
But no, it just looks so
Is his
incredible.
picture there? No, I'm kidding.
It should be. It should be.
Sim
Just
for me,
like-
everybody.
It's in the new dictionary copy. But I'm so excited for it. And as you were talking about the parkour ability, being able to jump and fly everywhere, I'm tired of kids being able to outbuild me, right? Like they're so much faster at building the dang stairs up and down, and I just, they shoot me faster. So if there's, some sort of thinking involved in here where I get to parry something and then run away, that's what I'm excited for.
I mean, there's so much I'm excited for. I absolutely love the game design. I love the landscapes,
Yeah.
and that might seem like a softball question, but skins make money, people,
Yeah,
and people
listen.
talk about maps all the time.
This game's got style. They
Yeah.
are going to sell so many damn skins. It is going to be ridiculous. Yo, they are going to be printing
Avali
money.
said she wanted sparkle skins.
Oh,
if
yes.
Avali gets
Oh, yeah,
sparkle
yeah,
skins.
yeah. Hey.
Sparkle skins, but I mean, think about it. Like all of the different crossovers we've seen with battle royales, like Fortnite is the big one. If we get any like type of anime IP crossovers
Don't
into this
even,
game,
girl. Mm-mm.
oh my
Oh,
god,
don't even.
I'm
Oh,
broke.
yeah.
I'm broke. That's
yeah,
it.
yeah, we will be broke for sure. Okay, we got 30 seconds left. Which class are we picking? I know you're crowd control, right?
No, I'm just going to get up
Really?
there. I'm a very
You told me
aggressive
crowd control
player.
rehearsal.
No,
Lied to
that's classic misdirection so I can get up in there with the spear.
Yes, the spear. Spear's exciting.
Okay.
Spear's exciting.
I just want to jump around and cause chaos and confusion. So whatever that is.
So like what you are right now.
Big sword for me. Big sword for me.
Oh yeah, big sword, big sword.
Okay.
Gauntlet, so y'all can catch these hands.
I'll do the archery just to be something different.
I like that.
I like it. Okay. Well, we can't wait to get our hands on Naraka Blade Point. But real fast, we got to take a quick break. But do not go anywhere. We'll be previewing Square Enix and Warner Brothers games Back for Blood coming up as E3 2021 continues.
There's videos that I
can specifically remember that I can't believe I did. I feel like I remember the most regrettable ones the most. When I lived like a sim for 24 hours. For anybody who hasn't seen it, it's you let your sim live how it would in a game, and then you have to replicate it, but because sim time is so quick, you end up standing around and doing something for an hour that should take you like 10 minutes. Now, I did it all day. You can slowly see me just deteriorating as it goes. So I'm pretty proud that I stuck that one out.
Hey E3, it's Posty. I just want to say hi and hope everybody's doing good and staying safe out there. I'm so excited to see the new announcements for some games. And
I have eaten my dinner.
Nice. Maybe. I don't
a
know,
couple
but I
of
hope
hot
everybody's
dogs
having a
and
great time
some
and hope to see you soon.
rice. While they do this, I'll be back in some seconds.
Welcome back to E3 live from Los Angeles, California. And hey, if you feel like some sweet merch, why don't you check out our limited edition gear at e3expo.com/shop. It's right here.
All here.
I did a presentation yesterday that Mid-Max
You did.
kids really liked, right?
Yeah.
So let's go back. If you remember, I was saying, doesn't that there Tom Cruise have a new, which camera around? Doesn't Tom Cruise have a new movie coming out where he wears a bomber jacket?
Yeah.
You could wear this at the theater.
Yeah.
And then you'd get up to leave and you'd go like this and they go, wait, are you one of those pilots like we saw in the movie? And you go, no.
Zone.
I
don't know.
I'm an E3. And they'd say, what that? And you'd be like, Electronic Entertainment Expo. And they'd be like, oh, you went there? And you'd be like, well, no, it was a pandemic year, but I bought it on e3expo.com/shop.
High quality. I'm no kidding. It actually is quite nice.
It is really nice, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna steal one. Also, the hat.
The dad hat. Hey, kids. Aren't you a dad? You're gonna have to do some yard work at some point, get underneath the house.
Hey, kids, aren't you a dad? All right, we'll move on. That's what you just said. All right, I'll tighten it up, Greg.
Square Enix presents this later today, and we'll get a world premiere from IDOS Montreal, plus an update on Babylon's Fall, details on the Black Panther expansion.
I'm on board, Ash. I'm on board.
And a first look at Life is Strange Remastered. Golden Boy, what are you most excited about? I'm glad you asked, Greg. Ladies and gentlemen, in September 2020, a game called Marvel's Avengers came out, and y'all enjoyed it for like a week, but this guy enjoys it to this day, and this is my day, all right? This is the day where I take it back. Black Panther, War for Wakanda. How excited are you, huh? See him out there, Wakanda forever, let's go.
Anything Black Panther related, I'm totally in.
Yeah.
I've always been a fan of the character way back in the day, so I'm cool with that, Greg.
I'm
I'm
pretty
good.
sure
I just
you
want to
still
know
would
what
be
else they're
the
bringing to
only
the
one
table.
to play the game.
That's an important thing.
I mean, you
I
know,
don't
Fun and
think
Games
this
aside, I did put up a
DLC is
video
going to
back
save it.
when they were getting ready for their last Avengers thing. That was, hey, Avengers isn't in a good place. I enjoy the gameplay. I want more out of it. What can they do? And hopefully, War for Wakanda is going to be that, right? We need endgame content. We need things to be going on. We need raids. We need 150 power level stuff.
Yeah.
I need a reason to turn this on again every day, and we haven't had that for a while. And they've been better about their roadmap, but today's the big test of what they actually have.
Yeah, and another game that I'm very much looking forward to hearing more about because I don't know much about it, for me personally, is Babylon's Fall. Michael's been going nuts about that game.
Oh my God.
I kind of going into this one super cold, so I want to be dazzled. Platinum's an incredible dev. I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to bring the heat, and I think it's going to be really exciting. I think Square Enix is going to have a pretty decent show, and I'm looking forward to it.
100%, yeah, I can't wait to see what they have up their sleeve, right? Because the other big thing that we were just talking about, well, first off, full stop on the unannounced game. Life is Strange, huge fan. I want to see more about the brand new one that's coming out in September. But then to kick it back into Rumor Patrol, right? Like, IDOS Montreal, all right? We've known the rumor forever of what you're working on. You're the Deus Ex team. There's been rumors you're working on something new.
Yeah.
Is it true? Is it today we see it? I mean, we see something from them today. There's been this conversation you've continued to have of like, it is interesting because obviously there's rumors of what's coming, right? Maybe a Marvel property. But it is also a great time where Deus Ex could thrive in this day and age.
This is true. You know, I know that like Deus Ex as a franchise is one that's kind of flown under the radar, but it has been for the longest time one of my
Don't think
hallmark
anyone of those is
games. Like
particularly
it was like a
interesting.
huge part of my. I mean, Deus Ex Conspiracy on the
those
PlayStation 2.
choices.
I'd have played that like a million times. I
Yeah.
love that game so much. Human Revolution, another great game, or Human Revolution, excuse me. Mankind Divided. They just make great games. And I think with Cyberpunk and the hype around that, neo future kind of thingamajigam, the thematics that we're seeing now, it's a great time to do something like that, right? Like that futuristic city appeal. I think Deus Ex could really nail it, but I don't think we're going to get that today, and that's okay. That's perfectly fine.
Well,
Just don't let me down next year.
It's
okay,
what
guys?
I've talked about before, especially as a comic book dork. You know what I mean? What I'm excited for is seeing something. I take this like Insomniac, where I think Insomniac is an amazing studio. Obviously, everybody knows it now, but Spider-Man really put them on another level in terms of video game pop culture. And I think as we look at Square Enix Montreal, or Eidos Montreal here, right, the same could be applied here, where Deus Ex games were great, and the people who loved them.
Yes.
But now if they work on a bigger property, a Marvel title, let's see what happens.
That's true. That's true. It could be helpful.
That's what I hope it is. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, what are you excited for? Hashtag E3 2021. You can get right in there. You can see what's up and have a great time.
Get in there, baby.
Now, following Square, they want me to read the teleprompter. This is another one. Look at right here, right here. We don't need to.
I don't need to.
Following Square is
for it.
WB Games Back
for Blood.
Oh my God, Golden Boy, we can't wait. I played that alpha and I was like, I'm done. Yep, the people who made Left 4 Dead are back with a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. And it's amazing and it's got a deck building thing. So every time I play the campaigns, they're gonna be different campaigns. Let's go.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to preview this game with the WB Games crew, and they were all amazing, all wonderful people. And I got there immediately and I was just like, this is everything that I want. It is genuine excitement for a game that's ridiculous, that knows exactly what it is, and it plays right into it. Even from the name, they know what they are, they know what they're doing.
Will they be able to evolve it, or will they just make
I remember
it
talking
look
to the WB Games crew
prettier?
and saying, like, me and my best friends, like, we love games like this because they like yelling at each other and, cursing each other out and having a good time, because that's just what friends do.
That's what friends do.
And they said this is literally that. It's exactly what you want out of a co-op shooter. They added some new set pieces, different elements to the game.
New kinds of monsters, right?
New kinds of monsters, yeah. So they're bringing something new to the table, but they're doing enough of the same that it just feels right.
Yeah.
And that, at the end of the day, is all you want out of a game like this.
100%. Yesterday there was comparisons drawn when we were talking about Rainbow Six Extraction, not Quarantine anymore. Rainbow Six Extraction, right? And I was watching that, and it was the conversation that was happening on the media stage, where there's going to be those two types of people who want the tactical. Let's go in there. Let's plan how we're taking out this hive, right? And then for me, it was definitely like, I want the Back for Blood. Cool, I have an Uzi, now I have a shotgun. It doesn't matter. I'm having a great time.
Exactly.
Shooting everything up.
Exactly. And that's the reason why I'm so excited for it. We're going to see that later on today. But also another thing we're getting is a PC gaming show, because it's coming to town, baby. And we know one thing, we are going to get an entertaining look at some of the best news releases, including indie releases coming to a PC near you. They've got 39 game trailers, Greg. I just saw that pop up on the read there. I didn't even know that. That's wild.
Hey, that's what people usually want in an E3 is game trailers.
It's game trailers, dude.
They love to see things that they might be playing. Yeah, so that's incredibly exciting, right?
Yeah, and us, and our embrace.
And us, that's right.
He can do that because I'm short, But I'm looking forward to the PC gaming show.
See, I'll do it for you, too.
We did it, guys.
Get your screenshots right now.
This is freaking friendship right here.
Hashtag E3 2021.
Yeah, there it is.
People don't like this bit. They do not like this bit.
I don't know what we're doing, Greg.
We're talking games.
We're talking games.
That's what I
didn't like the face you were
notoriously
making
not a
while
PC
doing
gamer,
it.
right? I am a simple person. I like my console to plug in and go. But what I love about the PC gaming show every year is the diversity of games you get.
Very true.
Right? And of course, Sean Plott always shows up to host it and does a great job. He's funny as well. DevBot's always being goofy. But we get to go in there and we get to see a whole bunch of different stuff that will maybe come to console one day or will be the game that inspires me to turn on my PC.
Very true. And that is the beauty of PC gaming. There's so much variety that's out there. You could go multiple platforms. You could do whatever you want to do. And by the way, I just got informed.
Stop talking about PC! Stop talking about PC!
It's okay because Microsoft also supports PCs as well. Oh, crap.
Damon, this isn't a drill. It's happening.
Here it goes.
Oh, God.
Take me.
I need a 12 minutes release date, Phil. All right, I need that. I need Starfield.
Phil.
We need to see Halo. Don't do this to him again. Tim Schafer, make Psychonauts come out today. It's a simple request.
Greg,
all right?
the lighting can't get there, Greg.
It doesn't matter.
The lighting can't get there.
People are listening to this as a
Psychonauts out
podcast.
today, eh?
Philip Elizabeth Spencer.
Might be interesting.
Philip Elizabeth Spencer, if you're watching this right now, just know, man.
Psychonauts
just
2
bring
is
the thunder,
probably
brother. That's all I
going
want. Just
out
bring
on
the thunder, dude.
Game
Give me the
Pass
chief.
first.
I don't think
before
Phil's watching
PC.
this right now. He's probably
yeah,
getting
he
ready for
actually
that
might be
over
getting
there.
ready for the show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's his
That might be irritating.
Let's do it, Greg.
Okay, fine, everybody. Now is the moment Master Chief and Golden Boy have been waiting for. Here's the Xbox and Bethesda
10,
Games Showcase.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, that jumped ahead a bit. Or maybe I just was really slow at counting. $18+. Here we go. Xbox start.
$20
Oh,
That's
hi
how
there,
long
Todd.
Xbox has been with us. And like you, this is a moment I always
Oh,
look forward
Todd.
to. I
What
love
are you
seeing the
doing
new
here?
games, crossing my fingers for my favorites to return, hoping for a few surprises. Most of all, though, I love seeing everyone around the world come together and celebrate what games mean to all of us. And I think, you know, this past year,
Does it
they've meant
just
even more.
work?
Thank you for being
Everyone
with us
coming
today.
together,
Thank you for the
it
support
just
you give us
works.
and one another.
It just does.
Xbox is turning 20. And I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the friendships we've had that whole time. At Bethesda, we believe video games do one thing better than anything else. They transport us. Through art and technology, there's real magic when you step into a new world and can make it your own. We've traveled the worlds of Elder Scrolls, of Fallout, and now, for the first time in over 25 years, we're creating a new universe.
Oh.
With Starfield.
Oh.
Set hundreds of years in our future, it's an epic about hope, our shared humanity, and answering our greatest mystery. It's a
Todd's-
game we've dreamt of playing. And it wasn't until now that we have the hardware, the technology, and the team who's hard at work at home to make that dream a
I mean,
reality.
I think I've heard a bit of
We're
about
excited to finally
Starfield,
share
but
our first in-game teaser
I think
and
I've
something
heard
to look
that
forward to.
before, but yeah, it was a quick show, wasn't it? Like showed off sometimes just the title, something. So Obsidian make the rip-off Fallout in space. Are Bethesda making a rip-off of that? What was the game called that Obsidian made?
They say, the wonder is, not that the field of stars is so vast, but that we have measured it. You're part of Constellation now. Part of our family. What you've found, it's the key to unlocking everything.
We reach your constellation.
This is all we've been working towards.
Jemison route looks good.
We've come to the beginning of humanity's final journey.
Prepare for departure. Graviton loop array spool check. Your space lane is clear.
That's why we're here.
Main engines go. Ignition.
To discover what's out there.
Good luck, Constellation. You are go for launch.
So far it doesn't look like much of a rip-off. Rip-off of whatever it was called. Right, we didn't get any information at all, it feels like. How is it going to play? Is it going to be
awesome
like
to share with you for the very first time one of the most anticipated
Fallout
games
or...
in the world from Todd Howard and the team at Bethesda Game Studios. A groundbreaking game, and yes, it's exclusive. Welcome to the Xbox and Bethesda Game Showcase. I am so excited and proud to be here today celebrating games, because although it's been an incredibly tough year, I am grateful that games have been such an important source of joy and connection.
Exclusive for
we
Xbox.
are committed to forging the next era of gaming.
Game
Conjuring
Pass.
worlds never before possible, unlocking play across all devices, and delivering the power of games to everyone. And now, we get to share that quest with Bethesda, not just as partners, but as one team, united in bringing the very best games to more people everywhere. So today, we get to reveal more of what's to come. We have an amazing show, 30 titles, 27 Xbox Game Pass, and of course, every single console title you'll see today is optimized for Xbox Series X and S, offering next-gen performance, speed, and features. We get to work with the best studios on Earth. Next is something truly riveting. The latest entry in the haunting and evocative franchise created by GSC Game World, Stalker 2. Coming first to Xbox Series consoles and PC. This will be a true next-gen experience, targeting 4K resolution and ray tracing. Let's take a look at what you'll get to play when it launches next year.
Ля как шпали. Ну, чё там?
Готово.
Ну и пошли они нахрен.
Спасибо тебе. Ты многим сталкерам жизнь спас.
Ну, давай, малюй картину маслом. Вот поэтому я ни в какие разборки и не лезу. Не хочу пулю поймать.
Ну не знаю. Между аномалией и маслиной я уж лучше пулю выберу.
Вот ты говоришь, а я прям вижу красоту эту. Не первый год в зоне, вроде примелькалась уже, а каждый день удивляет.
Зона надоесть не может. Говорят, ты знаешь, где вход в фундамент.
This looks interesting, I guess. I haven't played Stalker. Hardcore 2 is pretty weird. It's quite clearly Russian. Something weird has happened.
Слышал? Вот это культура. А ты одно и то же
It
по
reminds
кругу
me
ломаешь.
of
Сам же просишь. В нем
that
изучили.
roadside picnic
Мессия,
book
прошу
thing
прощения. Может,
couple
вам
Russian
ученых?
games have made.
Профессура.
Russia made a couple of games about it. Roadside picnic. A bunch of aliens came down, left a bunch of stuff, and fucked over the earth. Maybe just because of Russian and
Да пошел ты.
Зря ты так с друзьями.
apocalyptic.
Ты же его на
I
вылазке
think of that.
Чего-чего, а дружбы в зоне я точно не встречал.
Это верно.
Он мучился?
Нет.
Это хорошо. Он этого не заслужил.
А пулю заслужил. Жаль, что ты так с ним поступил.
Мне тоже. Считаешь, я не думал, как обойтись без его смерти? Она не могла быть свободна, пока он жил. Зато теперь посмотри на нее. Нет, Скиф, я не отдам ее никому. Зона дала мне жизнь, новую жизнь. Жизнь, которую я готов вернуть, если потребуется. Я буду защищать ее. Всегда.
Oh, a railgun. How nice.
Охренеть.
Похоже, пора.
И куда ты теперь?
В Припять. Нужно с ним поговорить.
You're taking quite a bit of time on this. Could probably off that or something.
We're surviving here. Rebuilding.
Surviving's not enough. We've got to fight.
No, we don't need to do anything. All right, when was the last time you saw written in any numbers?
Right. Back for blood.
Hang in there, Holly. No rest for the wicked.
Let's go.
Through here. Come on. God, I love Mondays. Another day in paradise. Just like on the map. Home run. Getting high with your best friend. Buckle up, buttercups.
A couple of these infected look quite similar to the special infected or Left 4 Dead. I guess that's expected, but would probably be interesting with a bit more variant from the Left 4 Dead. Maybe they act totally different and You can't really see it in this, but that's just a bad job in that case. What is this then? A heist plan of some sort? Right, heist game or what? Something like Payday? Sea of Thief. Right, right that was never played it. Always looked interesting. Don't have anyone to play with, so haven't played it.
An ill wind blows from beyond the horizon.
More DLC, I guess.
Is coming on the tides, and the one who might stop this ruin, trapped for all forever in the sea of the damned. Now to save the pirate life, you must start by saving the life of one.
Is that Jack Sparrow?
Oh, didn't realize we had company.
Well, then.
Captain Jack Sparrow. But I suspect you already knew that.
This is quite an oddity.
Because of the treasure Jack stole, a darkness followed him here. And if it's not stopped, this world will sink into shadow.
The sea
I
holds
guess I'm
many
glad
secrets.
that it's Jack Sparrow, because there have been sort of rumblings of him not coming back.
It's nothing but cursed crews.
Because the whole thing with his spouse and such.
A legion of dead,
Not
angry
spouse,
pirates.
wife.
Oh yes.
Former
And
wife,
now one
ex-wife.
Davy Jones.
So it's nice to see him. But this is
I
really
believe that
odd.
now is the perfect time to use these cannons.
A world without being done our best. Is a world that refuses to face the truth. Nothing lasts forever. Destroy that!
I don't suppose, by chance, there's a second one of those?
Yeah, quite odd. I mean, pirates and such, he's the most well-known pirate
The Sea of Thieves, eh?
of...
Bring me that horizon.
of the movies and such, but this is really odd to see. I mean, I didn't think Sea of Thieves would need something like that. It's decently popular game, as far as I know. It's a movie tie-in with Pirates of the Caribbean.
Hey, how's it going?
Did he speak English?
Reputation is everything. If a Yakuza shows weakness, he's done.
Isn't Yakuza the whole thing with Yakuza that's all they're not translated? Like they are translated, but not language, just sub, not dub.
Happy birthday!
Right. Quite a bit of what this is so far.
Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back. Do whatever you can to secure the sector. We push them back, but not far enough. Do not let them regroup. Hostile close! Hostile down! Stop! Watch out! We need to get away from the storm! Elevator, right here!
Right. What is this? Is this Battlefield? I used to be in Battlefield, but then a new game came out and online was terrible. And I only played Battlefields with my friends. Battlefield. To 42. Yeah, that looked interesting, I guess. Like I said, I haven't played Battlefields in quite a bit.
So, how was your day?
Oh, you know.
I think
I have
I
something
played
prepared.
Battlefield
When was
3,
my birthday?
was it?
Having a baby.
Police.
Oh, right,
My
this, I have
father's
seen this
murder 8
before.
years ago. What's going on?
And the carpet out, that is the one from The Shining.
I should never have told you.
Out in the
Not a
corridor.
patient.
I remember this.
I know I say this a lot, but I love you.
I say this a lot
I
too.
wonder if you play it from
I
this
gotcha.
perspective. From this upwards bird eye view perspective. That would be... Oh!
I can't believe
Psychonauts.
I'm really here. Psychonauts headquarters. Look at all these gadgets.
The mind is the final frontier of humanity.
I'm ready for anything.
Time for justice!
The fate of the free-thinking world
Oh,
is
that,
in your hands.
was that the tower from the first game? The Insane
I'm
Asylum.
afraid that means the dead letter office.
Janitor
Mission is falling
av...
apart. A psychonaut must always remember how to roll with it. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing?
That sounded quite a bit like it made a similar.
Can you do that?
Yes, if I can find some bacon.
I'm going to ignore that last part.
Available August 25th, yes. Game Pass, I didn't see if it got released on computer
This is usually the
normally.
moment when I say hello and welcome to the Bethesda E3 showcase. We love that we can share the stage with Xbox this year,
yeah,
and whether you've known Bethesda for 35 years
and
or
look.
are just getting to know us, we couldn't be happier to bring you the latest on
I
your favorite
wanted to
games.
see if...
We started this showcase with my good friend Todd Howard, who gave you a first
Oh
look
well,
at
I
Starfield.
figure it out
Along
how
with
I can
Bethesda
play
Game
it later.
Studios, all of our teams are continuing
August
to work on the
25th.
projects that have been in development since well before we joined the Xbox family. So rest assured, the games you've been expecting and hoping for are still in the works. And today, we're bringing 10 more titles to Game Pass for a total of 30 Bethesda games. That includes several id Software games, like the award-winning Doom Eternal. If you're looking for another reason to play it, Doom Eternal will be optimized for Xbox Series X and S on June 29th.
2 months
Powered by id Tech, this next-gen upgrade will be free for
and
everyone who owns Doom
after
Eternal.
my semester.
And on Series X, it will offer improved visuals at 60 FPS with ray tracing, a 4K mode,
That's
and
sad, but
an optional
I
performance
figure
mode
something
up to 120 FPS.
I'm going to play it.
Or maybe you're in the mood for an RPG,
That's for sure.
like Skyrim, which marks its 10th anniversary this November. We can't celebrate it without you, so share your favorite Skyrim memories, stories, artwork, and more on Skyrim10.com. Or explore an ever-changing post-apocalyptic wasteland in Fallout 76. Everything you love about Fallout games. Custom camp building, rich storylines,
And
factions,
all its
unique
words.
characters, places to discover. You'll
All
find
its
it all
words
here.
in this
In
version.
fact, Fallout 76 is now one of the most popular games on Game Pass, thanks to an incredibly welcoming and collaborative community. Here's a look at what's coming next in Fallout 76.
Brotherhood of Steel are the guardians of human civilization. Fort Atlas is safe. It came at a great cost.
The Brotherhood must stand united. The super mutant threat takes priority. This proves more than anything the need for our justice.
You are splitting our forces, Shin. The most important thing is finding everyone that has gone missing and returning them home.
So it comes to this. I thought you
How much
understood what
will
that
this
insignia
armor
meant.
cost in the atomic store?
You are no paladin of the Brotherhood.
Probably too much.
I set this plan in motion.
You probably can't get it in the game either, except for the atomic store.
The Brotherhood of Steel must protect the future of Appalachia and of the world. Your righteous crusade has gone too far.
While it may seem that we are fractured, I believe that we are now stronger than ever. This is a choice that can never be undone.
Just bring us a new Fallout game.
What the hell was that? Expedition Squad Delta, report. Over. Squad Delta, what's going on out there? Come on. This isn't funny.
I know you can hear me.
You.
The Wasteland isn't the only open-world playground with an amazing community. The Elder Scrolls Online from ZeniMax Online Studios has now surpassed 18 million players and shows no signs of slowing down. Right now, our players are enjoying the new Blackwood chapter, part of the Gates of Oblivion year-long adventure. We've got a lot more to come in ESO, including the conclusion to this epic story later this fall with ESO Deadlands. And with the release of ESO Console Enhanced this Tuesday, the game will deliver a true native experience optimized for the Series X and S.
I haven't actually heard much bad things about Elder Scrolls Online, so I can't really speak on this. It's quite possibly good, although chat seems to be asleep.
It's a new world with new rules. Now nothing is off the table.
It's
In this
the
battle,
big voice
we'll take a new
movie
breed
guy.
of fighter. Wait.
This game looks similar to another game. I can't remember its name right now. But yeah, it's pretty much the same game. I can already see it. This scene... That scene looked familiar with the giant tentacle and stuff. I think it's a Unity asset for the point and click adventure game tutorial. It reminds me of anyway. Haven't played it, I've heard good things about it, planning on playing it. Made by the same people that made Bastion and haven't finished playing Bastion. I probably should get on that.
Try and stop me.
What's those pillars hanging from the sky? Yeah, one of these limbo slash inside games. At least it looked like it's a little bit different.
This holiday marks the 20th anniversary of Xbox and the 20th anniversary of Halo. To our millions of passionate fans, thank you.
We wouldn't be here without all of you.
Our goal has always been to bring players together, and for the first time, we're thrilled to offer our entire multiplayer experience to all players across Xbox and PC with no barriers. Halo Infinite Multiplayer will be free to play and invite more of you than ever before to become a Spartan hero. I'm excited to be here with Joseph Staten, the creative director of Halo Infinite. From helping craft the original Halo Combat Evolved to leading the fan favorite Halo 3 ODST, Joseph is a Halo visionary. It is so great to have him back with Halo.
Thank you, Bonnie. And hey, everybody. For us, and I hope many of you, Halo has always been about heroism and wonder, about fighting to keep humanity safe against impossible odds in a beautiful and mysterious sci-fi world. This is just one part of the Zeta Halo ring, the largest, most wide-open environment we've ever built, and we can't wait for you to explore it. The heart of Halo is
Let's see if it looks any
117,
better than last
Master
time.
Chief. In the next chapter of the Chief's story, you'll face his greatest challenge yet. But you're not alone in the fight.
Oh, the main batteries are shut down. We're stuck out here. You have one bullet against an entire army. What can you do on your own?
I told you. It's enough.
So I see.
I need you to understand. There's not much time. If you knew how you were going to die, you knew how you were going to die. How would you live your life differently? How would you live your life differently?
What happened? Where is Cortana?
The rogue AI known as Cortana is gone. She's been deleted.
How? By you?
Of course not. Did you hit your head or something? Don't you remember? My instructions were to enter this installation, imitate Cortana, and lock her down for retrieval. Yours were to take her back to the Infinity for deletion. So if it wasn't you... Okay then. There's something else. On successful deployment, my deletion routine was supposed to complete. Still here.
You don't see much of an
Good.
AI.
Something stopped your deletion. We need to find out why.
But this wasn't the mission.
The missions changed. They always do.
Are you sure?
course, you can't have a Halo game without multiplayer. And on Xbox Series X, you'll be able to enjoy Infinite's multiplayer action at up to 120 frames per second. Finally, I'm very happy to announce that Halo Infinite's first free-to-play multiplayer season and Infinite's story-driven campaign will launch together this holiday.
A new day is upon us. A new generation built to fight. Together, we are unstoppable. Are you ready?
No scope. Bank shot. Killing spree. Double kill.
Hello, let's do some damage. Skewer acquired.
Grapple jet.
Claim the enemy flag. Return it to base. Ordnance drop inbound. The flag is ours. Please call at your earliest convenience.
Now, show me what you can do.
Looks good.
Evil has survived. A dark figure wanders in the east. He must be stopped. At all costs.
Doom-like. Not Doom, Diablo. Go from Endeavor. No, I'm just being stupid. Same commutation of the damned.
This may be our darkest hour, but it will be your greatest moment.
Diablo 2. Lagging a bit.
From all of us,
Quiet a bit. Lagging quiet a bit.
But he's my brother. And I...
Yeah, everyone writing F in the chat. Completely dying. Refresh. No, still dying. The audio turned off.
It rings every hour, señor presidente.
And this again.
Hola, fascista.
I recognize that voice. Let me ask you a question. When I am dead and Yara is burning, what exactly is your plan? Hold hands, sing songs around the fire?
Sure, I know just the song.
Time you learn about resolver, Danny. To take down Castillo, a guerrilla needs the right tool for the right job.
Keep talking.
It's a stealth operation. I got you covered. Taking out a high-value target? I have just what you need.
At least we get to see not real gameplay, but some gameplay like. The gameplay is supposed to be like. Maybe there's some gameplay mixed in here.
What? Wait a second. Who brought the rooster? Hey, whatever you need to get the job done, Danny.
Next time I see you, I want to play with that crazy backpack deal.
Resolver, Juan.
So do I.
Oh, Slime Rancher. Sequel or... Yeah, this is a sequel. I haven't played the other one, but but I have seen it and I can tell this is a sequel. Well, that might be interesting to play. 2022. Right.
foam punch.
Welcome back to Shred-ageddon. Here's a new trick. Let's go.
We saw this at Ubisoft's event as well. I'm pretty sure. You skate, do tricks and stuff, and they turn your team's color. Capture. No, wait. This is actually different, I think. It looked similar at first, at least. But it wasn't snowboarding. It was regular skateboarding.
Okay, this is good, this is good, this is really good. Holy spluttering whip whoop!
Right, you can't just show that and then walk away or move on like nothing happened. What the hell was that chest head thing? And what would the enemy music to this? Why is this anime music? Russian anime music. Super hot. Reminds me of that. I wanna play Super Hot VR. I got that, but oh, 3D into the sprites. This looks great. At least in my opinion. Can't really tell what it is.
The first year of Grounded.
millions of players
A bunch of
kept
people
busy
have been playing the demo of it.
with crafting, fighting, the pond, ziplining, flying things. Now, to celebrate, we present the Shroom and Doom update. It gives the people what they've been asking for. Like sitting. No, seriously, a lot of people want to sit. Pets for when you get sick of your human companions. And of course, mushrooms. But not those kinds. We've also got something that literally no one was asking for. The Brood Mother. She's so terrifying. You should probably turn on arachnophobia mode. Oh, even her blob scares the shit out of us. Go big. Or never go home.
I would like to play this, but once again I don't really have anyone to play with.
Nice.
But at the same time, wait until the game is more complete. Would be good, I think. That's more players. Once more, don't have anyone to play with, and I'm dyslexic, so if I play online randomly I can't talk with people properly. Quite a lot of characters. What is this? Oh. The HD 2D style. 2D 3D style to the 2D sprite from 3D. Yeah, this looks interesting. It's an RPG, obviously. And 23. Huh. That's a while away.
You have shown an aptitude for applying lethal solutions to conflicted situations. We wish to test your abilities.
Oh, that's unpleasant. Beep, beep, beep. They seem to have a bit of issues with certain ones playing.
History is all around us. Those who made it have never been forgotten. Their daring choices echo across time, turning land into kingdoms and mortals into legends. If history was in your hands,
What would you build?
Right, so this is some sort of civilization game.
Where would you go? What will
Online.
you be remembered for?
PvP play. PvP play. Age of Empire. October 28th. Right. Quite a lot of games. It's just game after game. That's good.
Voice. And we see a quiet, peaceful setting. This will make our game seem big and important. Now, something must break the serenity. Will this creature be in the game? No. Say goodbye to it forever. Suddenly, and for no reason, people running. These pointless slow-motion shots make everything seem cool. It should bolster pre-sale numbers. That wah sound can mean only one thing. We must gaze over an epic shot of a world. And there should be lens flares.
I like this.
Now we see our hero. But only their silhouette, because the developers haven't finished the design. Or finished the story. Or finished any gameplay that's actually ready to show. In fact, the only thing they have finished.
Yeah, I like this.
Is the title.
Oh! Outer Worlds, yes, that's it I was talking about. Outer Worlds 2! Haven't played the first one yet, have recently bought it. Ah! That was a funny one. Good way also to say this is early in development. So don't expect anything for a while. But yeah, that's funny. I like it. I will be buying the game for it. It's only that. Unless it turns out to be really, really bad. Always wait and see. The only game I ever pre-ordered was Fallout. And also Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword now here. So only 2 games, but Skyward Sword I already know it's a decent game. And I'm just interested in playing it since I didn't do it on my Wii. I really haven't played many Zelda games. Played a bit of Twilight Princess back in the day for Wii. Also Link in Between Worlds on the DS. That's it. Light Simulator? Is this some sort of big update or? Haven't they already released it? Yeah, didn't they release this earlier in the year? Or was it just a demo? Or something like that. It's a racing game.
Tell me what you want right now. Ooh, let everybody talk right now. Tell me what you want right now. You could get it. Yeah, well, you can get it. Yeah, yeah, you can get it. Tell me what you want and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm not giving up, cause we got nothing left to lose. I've been it from the start, you know I'm not going anywhere. I don't give a. Tell me what you want, you can get it. Yeah, well, you can get it.
Forza Horizon 5. Right. Not too much into racing games, so I'm
Hello,
good.
I'm Mike Brown, Creative Director at Playground Games, and I can't wait to show you what we've been working on. Horizon is known for fun, freedom, and beauty. This year, the Horizon Festival arrives in beautiful, diverse Mexico. This is the largest and most diverse open world ever in a Forza Horizon game. And there is no better car to explore than the stunning AMG
Add on that,
Project
so you're
One
technically
Forza Edition.
telling the truth.
Rendered in unparalleled detail and with ray tracing in Forza Vista, thanks to the power of the Xbox Series consoles. I've invited along some of the team to help give you a taste of some of the amazing content that's waiting for you in Forza Horizon 5. Please welcome Bill, Maddie, Sierra, and Don from the Forza team.
Hey, Mike.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey, everyone.
Hey, what's up, Mike?
And we also have Abraham with us as well. He's one of the talented actors who will be appearing in the game.
Bienvenidos a Mexico. I can't wait to show you what we've been working on.
We begin in the rainforest on an expedition. This is a new campaign mode in which you set out on an adventurous journey across Mexico to explore new locations and discover places for the festival to expand.
I'm on the river now. We're getting close.
There you are. How's the expedition going?
I'm racing a car through the Mexican jungle, Rami. Doesn't get much better than this. I can see some ruins up ahead.
Bienvenida Alpsmal. Look out for the flamingos! This city is still a jewel of Mayan architecture.
That's a peek at our adventurous campaign. But Forza Horizon has always been a game that's best enjoyed with others. Let's go and see what some of our other players are up to. The Xbox Series consoles allow us to capture every last detail, right down to the individual needles on these cholla cactus. The scene looks real, but there are no tricks. This is in-game. Maddie is behind the wheel of the AMG Project One Forza Edition in Mexico's lush living desert. The perfect place to meet up with friends and head out for a drive. Thanks to the next generation of our Horizon Live servers, everyone else we see here are real players. And it looks like Maddie has been joined by some other members of the Forza team. Let's leave Maddie for a moment and head out to the coast and meet Don.
No crash.
Don is already on the
Come on,
move, exploring
crash the
this
car.
idyllic seaside town.
It's what everyone
This
wants
is
to
a
see.
recreation of Mexico that is honest, authentic, and filled with love. Speaking of, hold up, Don.
Oh, hey, what's up?
This is a mural by Mexican artist Farid Rueda. Just one of the many beautiful, faithful pieces of Mexico you'll find all over Forza Horizon 5. While Don drives down to the beach, we'll jump over to the Gran Caldera volcano. Check out this geology detail, implemented with precision accuracy using photogrammetry data captured on location atop an active Mexican volcano. The entire world has been recreated
Yes,
at
it
this
looks
level
good.
of detail. And here's Sierra in her favorite off-road buggy. The volcano Sierra and friends are exploring is the highest point ever in a Horizon game.
It's
and thanks to the
supposed to
power
look
of
good.
the Xbox
So
Series consoles, from up
you
here we can see for miles
spent a
in
lot
every
of time
direction.
making it look good.
In the distance, we can just about make out
Congratulations.
Guanajuato. Let's take a closer look. Guanajuato is one of the most beautiful cities anywhere in the world. It's a colourful, undulating city full of vibrant architecture. It even has a sprawling network of tunnels. And these twisting, turning, overlapping streets mean that as well as looking good, it plays great too. As we see here, as Don is challenged in Horizon's open-world Battle Royale, The Eliminator. While Don tries to win that
Battle
race,
Royale.
the rest of our players are still out
In a car
exploring this
racing game.
diverse open world. Let's head north to the canyon. The Horizon series is known for its uplifting beauty, and using our unique HDR camera rig, we captured 24-hour shoots of real Mexican skies at 12K resolution. And thanks to the Xbox Series consoles, these photorealistic skies result in lifelike lighting that dynamically changes every frame, making you feel like you're really there. Here's Maddie again. She's joined by Abraham and some other members of the team. Our players are using Forza Link, the new AI assistant that intelligently tracks the status of you and the people you meet online, and then helps you link up and play together. We'll now head deep into the rainforest and rejoin Bill and the rest of our players. Here we see our new volumetric lighting system, filling the scene
Yes,
with
it
God
looks
rays
good.
as the sunlight
We
dapples
get
through
it.
dense
Move
rainforest.
on.
A Horizon arcade minigame is about to start. Forza Link knows that Bill loves minigames.
Crash the
so
car
it
and move
intelligently
on.
prompts Sierra to invite Bill. Bill accepts,
You don't
and they're
need to spend
seamlessly
it
linked
long
together
on
with their
how
GPS route
good
set.
your
With
how
that
good your
Horizon arcade
graphic
minigame
looks. So
starting
get it
soon,
after the first
all of our
one.
players are coming together. This minigame is called Pinata Pop, signaled by the Horizon cargo plane dropping a payload of
See, if
pinatas.
you talk about minigames, sure, but
Gotta catch up to you guys.
you don't
Our
need to
players
talk
now
about
have to work
graphics
together to
so
find
much.
and pop as many as they can.
Okay, go up here to the left. There's loads along the main road. Here I go.
I'll take a look through the bushes here.
There's some between the houses.
Oh, there's a couple more over here.
Sweet.
While the team grab those last few pinatas,
So
we're
close
going
to
over the
crashing
stadium
into each
to
other,
have
but they
one more
don't
thing
because
to show
it's
you.
scripted.
This is Event Lab, the incredible new toolset that allows you to create
Crash.
your own races, game modes, and gameplay experiences. You customize everything, right down to the fundamental rules of the game. Forza Horizon 5 is the largest, most fun, and most beautiful open world we've ever built. And it will truly be an astounding showcase for the Xbox Series consoles when it comes to Xbox Game Pass this November 9th. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in Mexico later this year.
Team Xbox is on a mission to bring the joy and community of gaming to everyone on the planet. That's why you, the gamer, are at the center of everything we do. Today, we showed you 30 games. 27 of them will be available on Xbox Game Pass. Now, through the end of the year, you can look forward to back-to-back monthly releases landing day one on Game Pass, led by 5 new titles from Xbox Game Studios, as well as highly anticipated games like Back 4 Blood, 12 Minutes, and The Ascent. And as we look ahead to next year, I'm inspired by the creativity of Bethesda and Xbox Game Studios. We showed you the highly anticipated RPG Starfield coming exclusively to Xbox. But we also have some of the industry's best RPG storytellers working on Avowed, Fable, The Elder Scrolls Online, Fallout 76, The Outer Worlds 2, and Elder Scrolls 6. We unveiled the stunning multiplayer mode for the world's most beloved shooter in Halo Infinite, adding to the roster of iconic Xbox shooters alongside Wolfenstein, Gears of War, Perfect Dark, and Doom. We premiered the most epic open-world racing game, Forza Horizon 5, bringing you a vibrant and authentic depiction of Mexico in a game built from the ground up for next gen, while the team at Turn 10 is hard at work on the next Forza Motorsport. Our growing family of 23 studios is devoted to advancing the medium we all love. Xbox has been here for 20 years, and that's because of you. Our team strives to make Xbox a place where you'll find the greatest games, the most dedicated developers, and the most passionate community. Together, we all make Xbox the best place to play. Before I go, there's one more thing. Take a look at this brand new original game from the Arcane team at Bethesda, the studio that created Prey and Dishonored. Arcane created something new for them, an open-world immersive shooter that you can play alone or with your friends. And like Starfield, this game will be an Xbox exclusive.
And what is it? You got my interest.
I'm gonna have to take you apart again. Hey, Dev, anything interesting?
Aliens exist too. Mandible, 25 centimeters. Dramatically elongated bacteria.
Go on, make yourself useful.
So, that was fun, right?
That's your cue, mate.
Sleep tight.
You know what this reminds me of? My time in the Himalayas.
Ready's later, Dad.
You think they can't kill you anytime they want?
Hey, asshole!
Right, vampires and a cult and
How do we always get into this shit?
this is just Left 4 Dead again, isn't it?
In the field in Redfall, Massachusetts. Behind me, we are witnessing clear signs of cult activity as the locals engage.
Hey!
Really hope the video was worth it.
Everybody, fall back. People need to know what happened. Layla, with me. Get me on the roof now.
This is just going to be a Left 4 Dead thing, isn't it? For Blood, for Dead.
Where's the other one?
It's just one of those games. Four playable heroes against the normal things.
Taste this, cabrona! Ah! Jacob, there's something. Thump goes the rabbit's heart. Oh shit. Dev's gonna love this one. You better have a plan.
think there's vampire in this.
Really? What does it taste like? Be specific.
Like blood and death. And strawberry.
Sun's coming up. Let's keep moving.
Let's keep moving.
Sure thing, Edgar Allan Bro.
That's a good one.
Do you think they
Just gave us the title already.
Would you want to go back to normal?
Not if I still have to pay my student loans.
Or what? Redfall. Redfall Fall. It's just one of those games. Fight back.
If there is wonder, that place in our dreams, we can disappear into a world beyond.
Bring me that horizon.
If we can imagine and know what to do, we can fall into the
Well, there was a lot of game shows, a lot of different genres. Not too much to interest me, but still I didn't expect much to interest me. I was mostly wondering where Psychonauts 2. And I got some other things that looked alright. 7.5 out of 10. You made it a fucking fridge. Of course you fucking did. Not gonna lie, that's funny. It's listening to your fans and their jokes and actually doing something with it. It's funny, it's fun. Yeah. Still a 7.5 out of 10. Right.
Okay, down on one knee, sir.
Okay, yes.
Down on one knee.
Yes.
Spartan.
Yes.
Stand.
Oh, wow!
Woo!
I just got knighted. Okay,
Yes,
I'm all about that.
I was like, if we're gonna talk about Halo, we gotta like bring it, okay?
I'm down. That was amazing.
Plasma sword over
Yeah. Top to bottom, 10 out of 10. Put it in my veins. Do it again. Run it back. I don't know, but that was awesome. I think that's like what that was like the perfect mix of like just a few informative little bits, but what gamers love is just trailer after trailer, hit after hit. I mean, really, there were a lot of great games that they had announced. It's insane.
I love your enthusiasm right now. I don't
Yeah.
even know where to start either. We got to see a little bit of the story. There's new AI. I loved her personality. I thought that she was absolutely adorable.
Yeah, for Halo Infinite, it was. I mean, I think like Halo Infinite, we knew that it was going to come, right?
Yeah.
It was a game that was supposed to release last year. It had, I guess a really lukewarm response visually, and then Xbox just hits it out of the park. You know, they did such a great job, and then also showing off multiplayer like that. That looked like big team battle,
It's
and
almost
I
an hour
love big team
until
battle.
set, actually.
So I'm all about that. And yeah, it was
Supposed to
really well done.
When we got to multiplayer, you were definitely like head over heels. You were like,
Yes.
I am here for this. All the nostalgia feels. I also thought the environment looked fantastic. Like you were saying, there were a lot of conversations when the gameplay was revealed. But everything that I saw animation-wise, like I was impressed.
By the way, so normally for our E3 polls, we're only able to fit 6 games.
Oh,
but our
there's so much
crew
great stuff.
was like, there's just too many games. So there's 7 games in the poll right now. So get out there and vote. I mean, there's actually a lot of hype centered around, well, you know, what we just saw.
For sure.
Redfall looked really cool. Stalker 2 looked incredible. We got a Psychonauts 2 release date. It's just, there's so much to talk about. Where do you want to start? I know we talked about Halo. Where do you want to go from here?
To be honest, Redfall, I'm all about a sexy, violent vampire. When he showed up, I was just like, okay, I'm here for it. And all the villains, I was totally blown away. The flame hair, the wraith-like character, and I like the
Not
protagonist
much
as
love
well.
for
The
Psychonauts
hooded
too.
man with like the bird, and it just like went off in the distance. So cinematically, I was like, okay, I'm into this story. I
Exactly.
want to see more. It was funny because we were hooting and hollering the entire presentation. When Redfall came on in the end, we were all dead silent. And I think just really excited about a new IP.
Yeah, exactly. A new IP from Arcane Studios, makers of Prey, which is another phenomenal game if you haven't played it, which, by the way, on Game Pass, so check that out. I think that there's just so much excitement around this Bethesda Xbox crossover to really get the best of both worlds here. And it also goes to show, too, the not only the investment, but the trust that Xbox has in Bethesda to bring some real fire on that stage. You know, that they put Halo in the middle of the show, and I thought Halo was going to open the show.
Yeah.
And they opened and closed with Bethesda games.
Yeah.
Which goes to show the faith that they have in that team to churn out massive hits for their games.
Yeah, and they said Redfall is probably going to be similar to an epic RPG with what we're going to see with Starfield. Opening with Starfield, that just made me smile.
Beautiful.
And then 25 years in the making, the release date reveal, we all went wild. We're like, 11, 22.
There really is a lot. And you know, I said this to the crew when we were watching. If they just give me, you know, like what we got with Oblivion, what we got with Fallout, right? If you just give me open world space adventure, that's fine. You just wrap me up in a little ball. I'll wait till 2022 and I'll be right in there like swimwear. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, I mean, spaceships, robots. I'll be honest, we didn't see a lot, but we were like, that was enough. That was enough.
It was enough
like,
to tide it over.
I'm totally here for it.
Yeah.
I
No,
also
it
want to talk
wasn't
about
enough.
Psychonauts.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I mean, we've been waiting so long, since 2005. That makes me feel very old.
Yeah,
by the
it's
way,
been a while
that we're
since
aging
we got that.
ourselves a little bit there. But it's interesting, actually, because Michael was talking to us about how he actually played it. I'm sure he'll elaborate on that later. But we're like, we've been waiting.
Yeah, he saw it at a showcase. He didn't get to play it, but he saw it at a showcase.
He said he got to play.
I don't know, but he'll clarify later.
Okay,
But
he'll
the point
clarify.
is-
No, he said
is
he
that
got to play a little bit, and so he's like, we've been waiting.
This game looked finished, and we thought it was going to come out in 2019. Then we thought it was going to come out in 2020. Then obviously we, got blipped, and 2020 didn't happen. So now we're going to get it here in 2021, and it's so short. It's so close. August, was it 23rd or something like that? It really, I'm really pumped for that one.
To clarify, I think it was an early build of it, so it probably wasn't like
just
what
felt dumb.
we
It
just
just
saw,
goes to show
but
like what that team is able to make over there and the quality that they churn out. It is outstanding.
I think what stood out to me was just that they're really focused on making it perfect. You know what I mean? Like they're putting a lot of time and they want it to be quality.
Speaking
so.
of perfect, by the way, Forza.
My little.
I mean, we're seeing shots of Psychonauts here, and it looked amazing. But Forza Horizon 5.
Yes.
There were moments, people, when we were watching, I know you guys at home felt the same way, okay, where it looked like a picture. It looked like it existed. It does exist in the real world, but it looked like that it wasn't the video game, and it was the video. Like, how do they, like, Playground manages to pull off magic every single time? I mean, the visuals are wild. And then on top of that, they add these fun game modes. You know, their Battle Royale mode is back. This Pinata mode, which is, I think, a subtle way of saying we're never going to get Viva Pinata again. So there's just a lot of really cool things that they added with Forza Horizon. And that also build your own track creator, like the challenges you could make. Oh, my goodness, Jackie, there's so much to discuss.
So this is my thing with Forza Horizon 5. I am an awful driver in real life, but I feel like I can play racing games decently. And then I can drive around in a jungle or a desert, and if I hit a cactus, it's okay.
Yeah,
you know,
it's okay. It's okay
it
to hit
ain't
a
a
cactus.
big deal when you're doing it in a video game.
Drive safe, kids.
Yes, please drive safe. We fully encourage that, but I'm just a really awful driver, so when we see a game like Forza, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can
Never get in a car with Jackie,
I can have fun. That is a fact.
Never get in a
That
car
is
with Jackie.
definitely a fact. I did want to talk about Replaced a little bit. I might have gotten lost in the pack of like all these great games. It had a very classic twist to it. This is when you got really excited for. It was post-apocalyptic, side-scroller with some 3D effects to it.
Visually.
You and I were both like, this looks so fun.
Yeah, it's that HD 2D thing that we're starting to see more. We got a little taste of that with Project Triangle Strategy, which was announced a little while ago. It's a tactical game on the Switch. And we're starting to see more of that happening, and I love that art style. Gorgeous. There were just so many games, and I just want to say real fast, Outer Worlds.
What do you want to say?
Freaking 2!
Yes.
Yes. That was a pleasant surprise. I am actually in my second playthrough of Outer Worlds right now, and I love that game so much. The expansions, amazing.
Look at this animation.
And we were back and forth because we were like,
what is this?
We're like, this isn't Fable because it looks really weird, you know? And then, you know, once you hear the witty dialogue, and we have these earpieces on, so it was kind of hard to hear it. But once we had the witty dialogue and you know, you saw the Moon Man turn around, it was perfect. Spacer's choice, baby. Spacer's choice.
Golden Boy, I had all these titles to get through, but we don't have time to talk about it. So just
we don't have time.
Away.
Throw them all away.
We're going to, I think, hand it over to Greg with our folks over there.
It's not
Greg,
fair. Why is he getting to talk about it?
You don't get the plasma sword. You don't get the plasma sword.
Well. Thank you, Jackie and Golden Boy, for trying to talk about every Xbox game so we would have nothing to talk about in this panel. But luckily, with more than 30 games being talked about, we still have plenty of ground to cover. So let's go around the room real quick to start off. Dan, we'll go this way on the horseshoe. What was the most hype? What was the game? What can't you stop thinking about right now?
Eiyuden Chronicle, a spiritual successor to Suikoden, one of the greatest JRPGs of all time, over 100 recruitable characters. I'm very proud to have backed that game on Kickstarter, to see it here in the showcase, just getting so many new eyes on it. It is a phenomenal looking game, and I can't wait to get my hot little hands on it in 2023 and 2022.
I was going to say, how do you feel about there being the 2022 one and then a 2023
that was a surprise
version?
to me, so I'm stoked. I can't wait.
Okay. Avi?
I do have to say that you also convinced me a little bit. I'm like, oh, I've never heard of this before, but your enthusiasm, I'm like, okay.
I am here to help spread the good word of Eiyuden Chronicle.
Yes,
it looks incredible.
Exactly.
So pretty. I mean, Redfall. I definitely was not expecting that. I was sitting here going like, that's Fable though, right? That's Fable though, right? That's Fable though, right? We didn't get any of that. We got like a small little mention, but still Redfall, no one knew that was coming.
Sure.
Like Jackie was saying, we got like Big Daddy and Mommy vampires coming out of nowhere, which I clearly have a bias towards.
We know that's your thing. We know that's your thing, all right?
I know. But that game looks incredible. All the different weapons that they were showcasing. You had the woman who was like levitating people with the special purple powers that she had going on. We had, what they call him, Edgar Allan Bro with the bird. And then like the UV ray light gun. I'm like, I never thought of dealing with vampires that way before. So that is just incredible to me.
100%, I can see that, and especially for Arcane coming out swinging. Trailer for it would be interesting to see what we actually get from it when we get gameplay for it. For me, I got my wish, which of course was a 12 minutes release date. 12 minutes coming August 19th. Can't wait. Obviously a great cast, but a great concept of that Groundhog Day. How can we get out of this one situation in this one room? Michael, what about you?
The Outer Worlds 2, that was a genuine surprise because Obsidian is one of my favorite developers. When they come out with RPGs, they go wild on them. And Outer Worlds was like one of my favorite games of the past couple years.
Sure.
So when you think Obsidian, you're probably thinking about Avowed, which was revealed a little while back.
I'm thinking New Vegas, all right? But if
no, what I'm talking
maybe
about,
I'm thinking of Grounded, which I've also played and enjoyed.
No, I'm talking about like what you expect next from that.
Sure.
Yeah, but like Fallout New Vegas. If y'all ain't played Fallout New Vegas, it's on Game Pass. Y'all should check that out. But yeah, that is one of my favorite Western RPGs of all time, Fallout New Vegas. So obviously, Outer Worlds was fire. Outer Worlds 2, that was like completely unexpected. So I think that element of surprise is sometimes what we miss during gaming conventions.
Sure.
And that's what they brought with Outer Worlds 2.
Well, especially with what we're talking about coming off the year 2020 was, right?
Yes.
Where so many things got delayed, slipped, there's been so many leaks. Like, yeah, E3 is about those surprises, about this kind of thing. So the fact that they were able to do it and just put it up there, right? Just show you the trailer and be and
There's no gameplay, no gameplay. It's all good.
And real quick, while we're on this trailer, was everybody else's vibe, were you ready for it to turn into Fable at any second? I know it's not traditional Fable, obviously, from the gameplay, but the inherent humor they were doing.
Exactly. It was the narrator and starting off, because I know the Fable trailer that we kind of got last year was like a little fairy going through the forest, and I'm like, that's the forest! That's the forest! We're going in! And then it's like, and then you got here. And
yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, we weren't sure where we were going to end up with that one. Damon, you had your mention of Perfect Dark.
I mentioned, yeah.
What about it stands out, though?
Wait, what? What about Perfect Dark?
No, about Xbox E3.
I'd probably, can you guess what I would pick?
I'm sure
it was replaced.
Oh, yeah.
Super Damie game, amazing pixel art, and I love a good 2D cinematic platformer or brawler, whatever it ends up being. But that game definitely caught my eye.
Yeah, great art style, right? And that was another one going through, like, is this last night? What are we talking, like, where are we at? What game is this? And then have it come out and be something new. That was great, yeah.
To refresh, that was the one where it was the family with the dog.
No, that was Somerville.
That's
I also like that one.
Somerville, I'm all about. Somerville, I'm all about.
That one's former Playdead developers, so Limbo Inside.
Yeah, that's
okay, yeah, that.
I missed that.
I was, like,
Jump ship, okay.
Excited, but then at the same time, the dog kept disappearing, so I'm going, can my heart take it if the dog disappears? But
when you got like weird purple javelins coming down from Alien, that dog ain't making it in at least one playthrough. I'm sure there's a happy ending, I'm sure, where the whole family makes it through, but I don't think you have to worry about that overall. So now the question, I think, becomes, is this the best E3 press conference we've seen so far? Like,
hell yeah.
Hell yeah. It was an easy question. Yeah, I think Xbox really came out and delivered on this.
Yeah,
one, right?
and like Bethesda did too, because you start with Starfield, which we actually saw something from Starfield and a release date and all that, and it's also going to be like a full next-gen game. There's so much to talk about. But then they also bookend it with Redfall, so it's like Bethesda are the highlights of us. So it's like, yes, we have Halo, we have the expected Xbox franchises like Forza, but to start and to end with Bethesda, like, we spent that money. It's about to pay off. You know what I'm saying? So.
Again, we were talking about Jackie and Golden Boy eating up so much oxygen. One of the things I want to talk about, right? They just yak. Let's talk about all the big games. But there are so many things we haven't even touched on, again, with more than 30 titles. Something that stood out for me that I wasn't expecting was the Sea of Thieves crossover with Pirates of the Caribbean. Right? I have had multiple friends on me that I need to play Sea of Thieves.
It's fantastic.
Yeah,
it was like a real lifeline for me during the pandemic because I was able to connect with my friends in a way that we couldn't do in person because we couldn't hang out, so we could take to the high seas and just wreak endless havoc. It's like a sandbox for chaos. Anything you want to do, you can make it happen there. And to see a massive license like Pirates of the Caribbean come into this, it fits so well narratively and diegetically, but also the gameplay potential there is really exciting too because you really want more quests that are story-driven in that game in between just the random things that happen when you're out and about in the world. So I'm super excited for it. And it's a free content update too.
So talk to me about that. How much content is there in Sea of Thieves right now in terms of storyline stuff? Because if I can interject, one of the things that scared me off was in the beginning it was content light. Okay, and I know they've added stuff to it, but Grounded spoke to me a lot as a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids fan. And I had put in a lot of time, or not a lot of time, but like a few nights into Grounded when that launched, and it was the same thing of like, cool, now every week we're going to give you a little bit of a reason. I'm like, oh, okay, like there's not enough here. Is Sea of Thieves right now already before this stuff content complete in a way that's like...
I would say yes. I think that there is enough content to satisfy you at this point. It really depends on what you want to do. If you're the kind of person that likes to really grind out reputation and unlock achievements and things like that, you can do that. You can grind it out with all these different sort of daily quests, but there's enough tall tales and other quests you can do where you get that narrative in there. But I'm excited to see how this brings in a very purposeful narrative in a more structured way than what you already have in there, because for so many players, they've already reached the end game. They are pirate legends. This will give them a reason to set sail on the high seas once more.
Of course, yeah. And then I think the presentation and the production value of Disney having all
yeah.
Yeah, right, yeah. Avi, what else do you want to talk about? What jumps out here for you?
So, I mean, I started screaming about it, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy, but Slime Rancher
Rancher,
too.
yeah.
Slime Rancher too. Like, I know that not too many people had picked it up, or they just saw like the cute GIFs and stuff on social media, but it's a game where you go around and collect slimes that are shaped like animals, and then you breed them, and you just kind of get to keep collecting them.
Whoa.
Well, you can make bigger slimes, different slimes, you can combine the slimes, you can feed the slimes. It's a cute game, just appreciate the cuteness.
Oh, yeah.
You
I mean,
sit
it's
down
gorgeous,
and you relax.
right?
It looks adorable. Right?
Yeah. So is it like, I think one of the things I saw in the Kind of Funny Games chat over and over again was Viva Pinata. Does this give you that same kind of vibe of like, it's chill, we're doing something, obviously you're breeding things like Viva Pinata.
I thought it was funny when someone had said like, oh, looking at the Forza, we're not getting Viva Pinata back after running all of them over, but it does have like a very similar feel. Like you could see you're picking up all the slimes right here. There's a bunny slime, there's a bat slime, and you basically kind of create these own little pens and environments for them, and then you feed them and stuff. So it is a very chill game, similar to Viva Pinata. You're not going in trying to, you can min-max things, but it's just chill. And then those are bad slimes. The icky goo-goos.
They deserved what they got there. Okay,
yeah, no, you blow those up.
Gotcha.
I hate to see it.
You know, again, as driving for release dates and things that I've wanted for a long time from Xbox, finally getting Flight Sim on Xbox Series X, right?
Pretty cool Top Gun crossover, too.
That was the thing I was gonna do. Ladies and gentlemen, you said, why is Greg Miller been doing all these Bomber Jacket Top Gun references? Let me tell you, I did not know that was going to happen, but you will be getting a lot more of them when you go to e3expo.com/shop, all right? But yeah, like the fact that this is actually finally dropping and we're going to be able to go out there and do that on the console, again, I'm so stoked for that, let alone, yeah, the idea of being Maverick now and up there.
That's what's up, yeah.
Yeah, right. It's gorgeous right there. Damon, anytime you want me to fly you back to Kansas, give me a call. Come on over. Get in there. I'll be all set.
I think overall, the conference, I enjoyed it. It was good, maybe great. I'm still mulling it over in my head. But I do think there were a couple missteps that are worth noting.
Talk to me.
I think it's interesting that Starfield gets a 2022 release date, but still no release date for Halo Infinite.
Holiday.
I mean,
holiday.
holiday.
I know. I'm throwing it.
Really, it was supposed to be there at launch with the Series X. So
of course.
I don't know about that.
Don't you think that comes down to the fact of right now, they're confident they can hit by the end of the year, but just not on a date. And they can't do it again.
So.
They don't want to be a punchline yet again on
It's going to be like the Halo 2 ARG. You have to find out what holiday they're referring to specifically.
That'll be the easiest way to track it down, right? Yeah. Michael, as we keep swinging back, what else stood out to you?
Psychonauts 2, because that's coming soon. I know Golden Boy was talking about it and Jackie was talking about it, but I did not play Psychonauts 2 yet, so I saw a hands-off demo. So Tim Schafer, if you're coming for me, please don't. But I love Psychonauts because it's surreal, it's different, it's experimental, and it's kind of the game that, Double Fine has been acquired by Microsoft, but they still have that independent spirit where they could do wild things. And Psychonauts has always been like that cult classic back in 2005. When are we going to see it again? When are we going to be Raz again? Like, I think they're very creative.
You played, of course, the genre-defining PSVR title they did.
Psychonauts and the Rhombus of Ruin.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, damn, my bad. I forgot about that. Yeah. Damn, Tim Schafer's
So did the world. So did the world. Don't worry about it.
Psychonauts 2 is coming out soon. I can't wait to play it. It's mad whimsical, and I think that's very important to balance out a lot of the violent shootery types of games.
Damon, you got about 20 seconds. Anything else?
Anything? Oh, I also was impressed with Eiyuden Chronicles. I've never played Suikoden, but I know that I would love Suikoden. So now I get to experience like a modern-day take on Suikoden.
Jared Petty's heart just broke somewhere. You said you've never played Suikoden.
It's not the first time I've broken Jared Petty's heart.
All right, fine. Huge news from Xbox, and we've got even more to show off. We got 3 former Xbox leaders to sit down to talk the past, present, and future of the console. They all helped launch.
Hello, E3. This is Dean Takahashi. I'm the lead writer for GamesBeat at VentureBeat. I've been covering games for about 24 years, and I have also covered tech for about 30 years. And so that means I was around when the original Xbox launched, and had the opportunity to write a couple of books on the Xbox business. The first one was Opening the Xbox. And I'm very pleased to have this panel of sort of a reunion of Xbox leaders here, and I'm going to have them introduce themselves as well. Let's start with Shane Kim.
So I'm Shane Kim. I spent 20 years at Microsoft, and most of that time, thankfully, was spent in the Xbox business. In fact, I joined the games business with Ed. Got to participate in an incredible time in the Xbox history with the launch of Xbox and the Xbox 360, where we really competed pretty fiercely with Sony and had some great times, including the launch of Halo 3 in 2007. So really great to be here.
And it's Robbie Bach.
Hey, everybody. My name's Robbie Bach. Like Shane, I was at Microsoft for a little over 20 years. I spent some time in the office business and then moved over to the consumer area in 1997 and joined Ed and Shane working on the PC games business. And then when Xbox got started, there was a guy named Rick Thompson who was going to run it, and Rick decided to leave Microsoft. So suddenly I was chief Xbox officer. 2010, I left Microsoft, but it's great to be back with my pals at E3.
Great, and Ed Fries.
Yeah, I'm Ed Fries. Like these guys, I was at the company about 20 years, starting in the mid 80s, and took over the games business mid 90s with Shane, and we grew it as much as we could on the PC side, and then this crazy Xbox project came along that we all did our best to make happen. And
still betting on the games business.
Absolutely, love the game business.
Let's start with Robbie. So Robbie, what do you remember as the most important lesson of creating the Xbox?
Well, so I'm not the technical person, nor am I actually particularly a gaming person. So my lessons are going to be a little bit more on the business side of it. And the two big ones I took away from this time period are, one, strategy is really important, because the first version of Xbox didn't have a lot of it. It was just about sort of getting things done. And the second version, we really focused on strategy. And then the second thing I'd say is it took us quite a while to build sort of a culture as a team. Xbox team went from 0 to 100 miles an hour really quickly. And so we hired a lot of people, and there was a lot of incredible individual talent and not a lot of good team work at the beginning. And when we got the team working better together, things really started to move. And strategy and teamwork are super obvious lessons, I know.
Content is king, right? I mean, I think that's we learned that. And I think this is where we did a lot of things really well with Microsoft Game Studios. We figured out that exclusive content was going to matter in the battle, especially versus Sony.
I agree with these guys completely. I mean, the first Xbox was about us running as fast as we could to meet a date, and then after that we could breathe and reflect on all the things we did wrong, and I think you really could see that thinking expressed in Xbox 360, and saw it do better. So.
Well, Shane, let's get you the next one here. What are some contributions that your colleagues here made, I guess, to the whole effort? Like, what do you give them credit for?
That's a hard question.
Dangerous.
No, I think I'm not going to say this just because he's on the call, but I think Ed deserves a ton of credit. I mean, I owe a lot to Ed personally and professionally. I mean, Ed brought me into the games group in the 90s. I'm not, like Robbie, I'm not a technical guy. I'm not a gamer. I think that's really well known. And Ed gave me a chance, first starting on the business side and then on the content side, which led, I think, to a lot of fun and success for me personally. Ed was one of those guys who really drove at home. And, he first had the vision for Microsoft becoming a bigger player in games. First of all, that was on the PC side. And then when the Xbox project came along, he really drove that. And I don't think without Ed's credibility with Bill and Steve that project really would have happened. And Ed, I think also Ed gets a lot of credit because he, and others, of course, found Halo and Bungie and brought that into the Microsoft family. And that, that clearly was a critical success factor for us. And the other guy I would credit, I think deserves a lot of credit, is Jay Allard. While I wasn't as privy to everything that Jay did, I think, when he was running the platform team, he had the vision to, drive Xbox Live. I believe he deserves a lot of credit for us not putting a telephone jack in the back of the original Xbox and just sticking to an Ethernet connector. And
I remember Robbie making that decision.
And then Robbie, of course, deserves kudos because just getting the project off the ground in the first place is what I remember the most. Everything else that happened after that, we were committed to it, so we worked through a lot of problems, obviously, and learned a lot as we went along the way. But just getting it done, these two guys deserve a ton of credit.
Well,
that hurt.
I think that this project, to be successful, needed so many different expertise, and so I came with kind of a product, making something technical background and a passion for games, but I had never run a business before, and without Shane, there's no way that we would have grown the game business, from the mid '90s like we did. I mean, so many different things had to come together in a short amount of time to make this happen. So it was really a team effort.
Dean, I was talking with Phil Spencer in email the other day, and he said sometimes he get asked who was the father of Xbox, and the answer you just heard is the right answer. There was just a really interesting collection of people as a team, and they weren't actually particularly alike. Figuring out how we worked, to the thing I said before, as a team was super important, and everybody got to play key roles at key times. I know it sounds sort of cliche, but it's actually how it played out. And Shane and Ed absolutely played those key roles as they described.
So now we've pissed off everybody whose name we haven't mentioned, right? But one person that comes to mind, I'm going to save all you guys here with this answer, but the one person who comes to mind is having the vision for this and to actually get it off the ground. I have this admiration now for Bill Gates, being willing to lose something like maybe $4 billion on the first Xbox, and so who else has that kind of will these days? I mean, look at some of the other companies. Like
I might flip it around a little and say that once the company gets big enough, it really needs to go after big projects. And that was actually a problem at Microsoft at that time, was they couldn't find projects big enough to matter relative to the Office business and the Windows business. And so this was a project that was big enough to matter. Robbie could probably talk to this better than I could, but.
No, you're spot on, Ed. And I actually think both Bill and Steve, look, there were other people in the first 2 or 3 years of Xbox, senior leaders inside the company, who wanted to kill it. That's not new news, right? We were losing a lot of money.
On every project at Microsoft, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. We were losing a lot of money. Wall Street wasn't happy about it. People thought Microsoft was crazy being hardware. But Bill and Steve, once they got on board at the beginning, were incredibly steadfast about it. And to Ed's point, I think it was the fact that it was so big, it was a chance to break through.
I'd also add, and I think it's different today when you look at the company of Microsoft in 2021 versus 2000. But it's important to remember back then, I've always thought that Microsoft was a platform company, particularly then, and we fought very hard to establish platforms like Windows and like Office. And we looked at the Xbox business opportunity as another one of those platform wars. That Sony, if you remember, had incredible success with the PlayStation 2. And I think a large part of the company strategy was we just could not cede the home territory to Sony unfettered without competing in that space. And that's why another reason why I believe, Bill, Steve, and the company were willing to make that investment, because we just needed to go compete with Sony.
Good. I think you're all back in good standing with Bill Gates now, so we'll move on. So, Ed, did you see particular challenges that were like totally surprising to you, or like challenges that maybe were just underestimated at the very beginning there?
Yeah, I mean, I think we were all super naive, which is kind of a good thing, I think, when you're going into a project. If you knew all the troubles you were going to have and how difficult it would be, you probably would never do anything. But yeah, I think the biggest thing was that we had never made a console game, right? And now we're going to make a console and a whole lineup of console games in less than 2 years. I mean, it was super, super ambitious. And fortunately, we had a near infinite amount of resources. So you'd think that would make it possible to do the impossible, but it just made it somewhat possible, I guess. We made a bunch of bets, and one in particular really came through with Halo. The hardware barely came together in time, as I remember it. And there were a lot of moving pieces that just kind of had to come together. And I think actually, when you take the net of it, we did pretty well on that first launch.
There were challenges everywhere. I mean, we didn't have a supply chain. We didn't have a real retail sales force. We didn't have an operations team. Our best hardware at that point was a Microsoft mouse. We had some PC games, but no console games. Xbox Live didn't exist. Broadband was just getting started. I mean, I could go on.
Other than that, though, it was all.
I could go on. I could go on for a long time. One thing Ed didn't mention, which I think was particularly impressive and really changed the industry in a huge way, is the bet on Halo wasn't just the bet on Halo, a game from a company called Bungie. It was a category bet too. First-person shooters were like unheard of in the console space. I mean, there'd been like one that had been successful at that point. And now you look at the console space and it's completely different. And so that to me was a transformative change. And kudos to Ed, Shane, and the Bungie team. But that was a really transformative change. And I didn't understand that when we bought Bungie. I had no idea that we were not only betting on a content company, but betting on the ability to create an entire new category on a console. That was, to me, just new territory.
I think most people doubted whether or not Halo could be successful on Xbox precisely because of that, because it hadn't been done. And then Halo's impact also, like you say, can't just be measured in terms of its success as a game franchise, but Halo in terms of driving multiplayer on Xbox Live when Xbox Live launched as well was, significant. So when we joke that content drives hardware and platforms, it's not really a joke. It had an incredible effect on Xbox and Xbox Live.
Now, Robbie, was there a pivotal moment where you thought, hey, this might actually work out?
So yeah, there is, and it's a weird moment for me to identify because it's not like something special, some game did well or we sold a bunch of units or something like that. But it was the E3. I'm gonna get the year wrong, but I think it's 2003. Might have been 2004. Electronic Arts agreed to join Xbox Live. Everybody forgets that at the beginning, Electronic Arts wasn't on Xbox Live, and so I'm standing on stage with Don Matrick and all these sports athletes from EA Sports, and then Muhammad Ali comes on stage. And I know that's a weird thing to identify, but somehow people walked away from that, in my mind, saying, okay, these guys are here to stay. And that made a lot of ththings a lot easier. And I know it wasn't the fact that Muhammad Ali was on stage, but it's just such an iconic moment for me that's kind of burned into my memory. And I won't forget it.
I'll say, since we're picking strange moments, and Ed was gone at this time, but it's not the best moment in our history, but when Xbox 360 had its technical issues after its launch, and the company stepped up and provided at that time an unprecedented warranty, and the Xbox 360 survived and in fact thrived after that. I mean, that's a real Tylenol moment for those of us old enough to remember something like that, where a brand can survive a hit like that and actually really come back super strong. You forget that Halo 3 did not launch until 2007. So 2 years after the launch of the Xbox 360, and still Xbox 360 was able to get off to a great start there. And I think once we survived that, I think certainly I felt very confident in our ability to compete in a big way with Sony and Nintendo.
Thank you for pointing out I had nothing to do with the Red Ring. Sometimes that gets brought up and I have to kind of history. So, for me, honestly, it would be
I'm
launch
back.
day of the original Xbox.
I took a small break,
up to that point,
walking around.
E3 that before
Taking a
that
bit of
launch
ice
was
cream
pretty
because
bad.
it's really hot
Early
in my room.
reviews of Halo were sketchy.
I don't know how much I
It wasn't
missed.
clear that the hardware was going to make it. I mean, it was a lot of things. And
Yeah,
to
I
see
haven't missed
everything
any of the
come together, be
presentation, at
standing there in
least,
Times
as far as I
Square
know.
with Bill Gates, and watch him give away the first Xbox, and
Playing some Evercade.
it just kind of almost magically everything came together that night, and it really felt
I don't
like
think you can hear the console, so.
This was the start of something big.
And lastly, I have a quick one for Robbie here. Robbie, do you see Microsoft's gaming strategy as being very different today versus the early days of the Xbox?
It's a little
Yeah, I think it's actually changed quite a
Evercade.
bit. Microsoft has become more of an enterprise place
I
since
got
we left,
up to,
and yet
I got
gaming is
10
more important
games,
there now
and now
than it
there's
was
up
when we
to-
were there, I think. And so I think that's an interesting dynamic. I think Satya looks at Phil in the gaming business as people are kind of out at the cutting edge of technology, and they are driving new trends and new ideas, and those ideas can come back and help the rest of the company. So, in many respects, I mean, he's not. Maybe he'll watch this. I don't know, but probably not. But who knows? Phil deserves a lot of credit for
14
shaping
right now.
what I think now is a really great business.
14 games for the Evercade.
Phil
There's
worked
a
with,
couple
with
more
Shane and
coming
Ed,
out.
learned a lot from them. But
And
I
so
think he's put the business
for
in a very
the
good place.
Well, thank you
Evercade
for
versus.
the reunion, everybody, and we'll have to do this again in either 10 or 20 years.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dean.
All right.
Thanks, Dean.
Thank
Thank you so much.
All right, so even though we are still this far out from the Xbox conference,
Look at you with your papers here.
I'm
all
a professional. We still haven't talked about Hades coming to Game Pass.
Oh,
we
looks
still
so
haven't
good.
talked about Stalker 2.
Oh.
I don't hear anybody talk about Shredders. There's just too much information.
So
the
much.
Ascent being
Interplay
shown again,
Battle
which looks
Chess
dynamite and
is
dope, and
what
I
I'm
can't
playing
wait.
right now.
What a conference that was.
Yeah.
It was so much. It was. I thought Xbox delivered. Like
100%.
they came out, and also Xbox being bold. They were like Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
Xbox exclusive. Like I was
Yeah.
like, okay, they're stepping up. I
Everyone,
appreciate
all
that.
hail the Lord and Savior Game Pass, because that was there
Oh.
left and right as well.
Yeah,
I know.
that too. By the way,
Do you want to play with it?
yes.
You can
Now-
take it away.
I have the wait, wrong show. But yeah, I just want to say, guys, Halo was amazing.
We know Halo was
we
amazing.
know you're a fan.
How do we
That
know
samurai
Halo was
Spartan
amazing?
suit. Oh.
We of course heard you screaming. We of course saw you talking
He cried
on
a
the
little
camera.
bit, yeah.
We have the reactions. They have the reactions ready
Cue
to
it up.
see. These are not canned.
Yeah,
this
that's
is
me.
legitimately happening. This is
Yeah,
how he watches
yes.
the show.
Aw, Avi.
There's
Avi
Amelie.
Sean.
Some stuff too. Then back to
Battlefield. Oh, I was so excited for Battlefield. Yeah.
Look at you, a kid on Christmas morning. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
But did you see the? We didn't even, you went through all your notes. We didn't even talk about Battlefield.
I'm telling you,
We
that's how
didn't.
dense the
There
show
was so much.
Yeah.
There
There
was
so much to talk about. Look at you
truly.
and Michael here. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was hype too.
Aw.
Got a lot of
See,
great moments.
And again, this is how you know it was a great E3 press
Yeah,
conference.
man.
That's the reactions you want, right? Especially not having it live in
My
person,
face.
not hearing an audience, right? But
Yeah,
getting to
that's
see
Halo.
that.
My
Yeah,
arm got a
that's Halo.
cameo. I was punching you.
Yep.
There you go.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's
Yeah.
all about.
Little
Smiling
Amelie.
and screaming.
Do
Yeah.
we have Dan's reaction when was it Ueden? I forget the name of it. When Ueden Chronicles
Yeah.
came out. I mean, the man was yelling at the top of his lungs. He kept yelling about how he's he financed it on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
He just kept talking about Kickstarter. It felt like he's finally getting his money's worth. You know, he was a happy guy.
We were
And
talking. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, on top of all the
Yeah.
games and stuff we showed, then they snuck it into the very end, which pissed me off, but I'm glad they did it, the Xbox mini fridge.
Yes.
Ah, the Xbox Mini.
I was behind this on
fridge.
Twitter. I'm one of the reasons we got it enough likes, or they won the Twitter competition.
Yep.
Thanks to me retweeting it, and now we are all going to be able to
Okay,
give them
well,
our
you
money.
taking credit for it?
I
It
put the
was-
Xbox mini fridge on the map, and you need to know it.
As a proud owner of an Xbox mini fridge.
Oh, how much did you pay
wow,
for it?
we're
How much did you
flexing
pay
here.
for
Actually,
it?
it was sent to me by my good friend Dwayne The
Back
Rock
it up.
Johnson.
Put the sword down. Put the sword down. You're making me a little scared. Now I don't know if I should have given that to you or
But it
not.
was
The
really,
Xbox
it's an awesome
mini
fridge.
fridge.
So you guys guys are gonna love it.
Yeah,
but I already have it.
like I
'cause
said,
it's
fun.
Just a little.
It's just a
famous
fun
because my friend The
thing.
Rock sent it to me. What's up, DJ?
Are
How
you
doing, buddy?
aware because of our video yesterday?
No,
Ryan Reynolds
Smite
followed me on
Light.
Twitter today.
Who likes
Wow,
watching
really?
it, I would ever
He
buy.
didn't follow me.
Would have.
He was in Fantastic Four. Didn't tag you on purpose. Wow. Jackie, you want
Do
to
you think he would have followed you after that comment, though?
I probably would have.
Yeah, no, I don't think it would.
You want to talk
happen.
about Stalker 2? Another game we haven't actually talked
I mean,
about?
honestly, I thought it was eerie. It was this creepy post-apocalyptic
Yeah.
world. When the guy was dancing alone to that creepy music box, I was like, I'm here for this. Like, I just want to see more. So that was definitely at the top of my list, I think. I thought Bethesda stole the show, though, to be
Couldn't
quite
agree
fair.
more. It was amazing.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Understandable. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we're getting things started. Xbox, your time is over. It is, ladies and gentlemen, 9
Let's just walk
minutes.
over. Come on.
17
All right, I'm going.
seconds.
We're going.
Wait, but this is the wrong brand. Wrong brand.
No, this is my moment.
Oh,
this
sorry.
is me
Go
as
back.
an Avengers fan.
Go
Greg,
back.
there's
All
no
right.
lighting there. Don't worry about it,
We'll stand
everybody.
here.
It's getting there. We're doing it. It's
9
about
minutes.
time. When we return, ladies and
Square
gentlemen, Square
Enix.
Enix takes the spotlight. Stick around, find out what's next.
Okay, watch.
As a part of Play For All, GameSpot will be bringing you the latest gaming news and announcements, interviews with developers, the biggest press conferences, and lots more. Play For All is our yearly online event that combines the excitement and announcements of E3 with charity live streams the following week with lots of special guests who are going to help us raise money for able gamers. So join us in June for E3 and Play For All on GameSpot.com, YouTube.com/GameSpot, Twitch.tv/GameSpot, and as a part of E3's official broadcast. See you then.
篝火营地是中国领先的游戏媒体，创立于2018年，致力于为全世界的中文游戏玩家提供专业、精准、迅速的资讯情报。篝火营地立足于中国，与多家国际一流游戏媒体同行达成正式内容合作关系，源源不断地将最新鲜的游戏资讯第一时间带给全球中文游戏玩家。自成立以来，篝火营地在全网的内容浏览量已经超过5亿，服务了数百万的读者和玩家。我们的愿景是做游戏文化传播者。您可以在全球各大手机应用市场下载篝火营地 APP， 或者访问3w.gamebonfire.com 来加入游戏传播者的行列。
The Kingdom Hearts franchise is my favorite franchise of all time.
Kingdom Hearts, that has a very special place in my heart.
Lara Croft is the reason why I started to become really adventurous in my own life. Tomb Raider, I think, became a symbol of who I wanted to be.
Tomb Raider is very important to me, and not just because I worked on it. Dad got it first, and I remember him being really excited at the T-Rex in Tomb Raider and completely spoiling it for me.
Final Fantasy VII, the original, that's what got me started on JRPGs, and I love JRPGs.
Kingdom Hearts 3 was like the biggest hype I have ever experienced. I remember taking time off work, locked myself in a room, and I stayed in that room for as long as I could.
Final Fantasy XIV is a game that I recently dipped my toes into. I didn't know anything about Final Fantasy, but I tried it and I think I put 1,000 hours into it, and it's just a matter of a few months.
So I was playing Tomb Raider, and every time I'd like get stuck, I would just like rage quit and like pop out the disc and put it back in again.
When they showed the Final Fantasy VII with new technology, to see it reimagined in such a perfect way was amazing.
The remake in general is stunning, which again, it's a Square Enix game, not shocking.
Welcome back to E3 Live from Los Angeles. Don't forget e3expo.com/shop, where you'll find all the limited edition shirts, hats, and jackets you've seen me modeling throughout the presentation. Dad hats. Up next, of course, is Square Enix Presents. Guys, what are we looking forward to most, and why is it Marvel's Avengers?
Oh my goodness. I mean, where to even start? Like, there's so many different.
Babylon's Fall, baby.
What?
Babylon's Fall, baby.
What are you doing here, Michael?
All y'all stop the show. Babylon's Fall is gonna be the most fire thing Square Enix is showing. It's gonna be game of the show. Check it. Babylon's Fall, baby.
What? You just hijacked this.
I have never run into the media suite,
that just
and, you know what I mean? Never done that. But Babylon's Fall is being shown.
Can't believe this man.
A lot of people are stoked about it. Michael Hine from GameSpot being one of them, of course. That's always good to see.
I didn't know it was going down there. I was like, Michael's coming in here really hot. Okay.
That's all he knows how to do.
Exactly.
Michael's either asleep or that hyped about weird video games.
My goodness. We were talking about Marvel's Avengers, right? A little
We're
bit
talking about
there.
everything.
Yeah, I was like,
Square
okay.
Enix in general. Yeah, of course. Babylon's
This show,
Fall.
I'm just like, anything goes. Anything goes.
We told you we're insane.
You know what? I'm starting to understand that at a different level. So yes, War in Wakanda. I'm
Yep.
totally amped for that. We saw a little bit of an art reveal yesterday.
Sure, yeah, new look at Black Panther, right? So
Yes.
far, all we've had is that teaser trailer at the last time they had done one of the Square Enix Presents or whatever, so that's nice to see. Obviously, as I've talked to death, so we won't go any further with it.
Yeah.
Excited for more content. I need to see what the end level stuff is. They're calling this an expansion, right? It's not like the episodes we've gotten for Kate and Clint, so what does that mean? How big is this going to get? But then, of course, another one that speaks directly to me and I want is Life is Strange True Colors. I love Life is Strange. We have a brand new one coming up this September. I can't wait to see what that's all about.
Yeah, Life is Strange True Colors, that like hits very close to home for me. It's obviously about a woman dealing with the loss of her brother. And what I absolutely love about that series is that they are bold and they're like, okay, we're going to confront trauma. We're going to confront self-work. And then they somehow turn it into this beautiful video game that just absolutely hits you to the core and the feels. So I am definitely psyched to see more about Life is Strange True Colors, but also the remastered collection.
Yeah,
so,
of course, right?
Yes. Super here for it.
Yeah.
Eidos Montreal. That's it.
The new title.
That's all I'm looking forward to. I've been a big fan of Eidos Montreal for years. We talked about it at the beginning of the show. I've loved Deus Ex for years and years and years. And while I don't think we're going to get that, which isn't a bad thing, I feel like so long as more people are exposed to how great of a studio Eidos Montreal is, that to me is the winner. That's what I'm looking forward to the most, hands down.
Ladies and gentlemen, what are you excited for? It's super simple. Hashtag E3 2021 on the social medias. Shout it out there. Tell us what you want to see. We're getting closer. 2 minutes to go. That's the exciting part right here. Do you think there is going to be Xbox hangover? Square's gone out of their way, right, to say these are the games we're showing, which is great. You manage expectations. Microsoft just came out and was like, hey, here are more than 30 games that we have that we think you should be stoked for.
Yeah, there could be. That's a very common thing. It happens at a lot of different conventions, right? There's always this hype of like, this is what's going on, but we're looking forward to this. But yeah, I do think, though, that Square Enix has a great opportunity here to just show some high-quality games as they usually do. And yeah, I think it's going to be a great, palate cleanser, if you will, from what we got, from like the overload that we got of the Xbox presser.
And that's the thing, one of the things I was complimenting Xbox about when we were off camera is the fact that there were so many games that's great because you can go in there and then find the 5 that speak to you.
Yeah.
So when you come in with a smaller roster like Square is, it really is, do you like Marvel? Do you like, well, if you don't like these things, then maybe we're not for you that time around.
I mean, it could be a marketing strategy. They might be like, hey, this is all we're doing, and we might see more. I don't know. I'm definitely in the camp where I like being kind of like, let us, like what's coming, what are we going to see? So they have been a little bit tight-lipped, but and they're like, hey, this is the docket, but We'll see.
Who knows?
Right?
Anything's possible. It's E3, baby.
Yeah,
It's
E3, baby. Who
People
knows?
do lie to us at E3 quite
That's
a bit.
right.
And so if
What
they have something
are you
else
talking
out there,
about?
I'd
There's
be
one
all
thing I've learned is that E3 is a place for deception. It's like
Yeah.
it's like an Among Us lobby before Among Us was even a thing. So that's
Yeah.
you know,
That was a good comparison.
Sure.
thanks,
There you
guys.
go.
Appreciate it.
Okay, I guess
I'm smart.
Here we go. Look at this.
I'm smart.
Oh, we're 16 seconds out. Okay, all right, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen.
It's time
now,
break.
without further ado, here's Square Enix Presents.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's Matt
Hey,
Mercer here.
Square
and I'm
Enix.
back as your host of Square Enix Presents.
Let's see what they got.
Today, we have a special E3 edition of the show for you, with new game announcements, updates, and exciting news from our studios across the globe. So let's kick off with the world premiere of a brand new game from Eidos Montreal. We hope you enjoy the show.
I am so proud of you. Do you know what a birthright is, Peter? Something that's a part of you.
Marvel's
Like your name.
Space guys.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. So we got fined.
We appear to be 6,963 units short.
I know, we clearly need a plan.
If you see anything with claws the size of Drax, let me know.
We got this!
Drax, throw him! No!
You want monster? I'll show you monster!
No! We disrobe!
Keep your pants on.
Although it could be used as a distraction.
Smash him up, Drax! Meet your maker!
We're all professionals here, right? Maybe we can work something out.
Peter!
You had one job, Quill. I did exactly what? Gamora, no killing teammates!
That's who!
It's literally in your contract!
I made no such commitments.
In less than 3 cycles, all would be lost. The galaxy cannot be saved, Peter Quill.
We can do this together!
Fucking great, Quill!
Star-Lord, right?
It's Star-Lord. Oh, crap!
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Hi, my name is Olivier Proux, senior producer here at Eidos Montreal. For the past few years, we've had the privilege to work on our version of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy and reimagine it into a single-player, story-driven, third-person action-adventure game. It's our own fresh take on the Guardians, and something that's really unique to our game is that you get to be Peter Quill. As Star-Lord, you're constantly in the middle of the action as you try to lead this band of misfits. But today, I'm really excited to have all of you join us on this journey, and you'll hear more about the game from our team behind this project.
Right, let's do this.
I've always loved Marvel's cosmic characters. Growing up as a kid, I read them, enjoyed them, loved them. I had the opportunity to write for Marvel on some of their cosmic titles. I went back with the help of Bill Roseman, the editor, and kind of cherry-picked characters from Marvel's past.
The opportunity here was to build a team, but to make it all underdogs, so that the reader would think, oh my gosh, how is this team going to survive?
And that became the Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which we loved working on.
I remember the first time that the Marvel crew came to Montreal,
We were showing them the design of the characters, how they would look, and they stayed silent. I don't know if it's a minute, but in my head, it was a minute. I was like, oh my God, like they hate it.
We realized how much that Marvel and Eidos Montreal share and have in common, and that we knew the Guardians were in perfect hands.
Looking at the samples that Eidos were kind enough to show me, I think he's fantastic and absolutely in the spirit of what these characters are.
What makes the gameplay experience unique to me is no matter in what phase of the game you are, whether you're in exploration or you're fighting, the Guardians are constantly around you and you never feel alone. While you're the leader, the Guardians will also challenge you and make decisions on their own, and you will have to adapt to it.
You are literally part of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The decisions you'll make will have lighthearted to haunting repercussions, and the game will react to what you do and say.
Gamora, no killing teammates!
Says who?
It's literally in your contract! I made no such commitment.
You are playing as Star-Lord and you're using your
Not
blasters and
particularly
you're using
interested
your
in
jet
this
boots.
one, but
Star-Lord is really
good for the
empowering.
ones that
He's
are.
very agile on the battlefield. He can slide and over with his jet boots. Of course, he has his elemental blasters that have different powers as well. And on top of all of this, he can use the unique abilities of his Guardians.
We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No.
The story is about a group of misfits, the Guardians. In our world, they've been together for less than a year. They create something on a small scale that looks insignificant. And as they progress through the story, they discover that they created something really big that threatens the galaxy.
There are a lot of very interesting villains in the Marvel franchise. And when you're starting to work on a story like this, you get to get your pick of which ones will make the best for this story. That gives us the opportunity to bring in some that are well known, but some that are also not all that well known.
What Eidos is getting so right about them is capturing what it's like to be a misfit family. They're also bringing an amazing imagination to it. You're going to see planets and characters that are going to blow your mind.
Interpreting it in its own way, I think, makes it feel incredibly fresh and exciting. It's not a matter of trying to replicate the comic or trying to replicate the film. It's trying to take the medium you're working in and make the best version of Guardians out of that.
They made it fun. They made it rock and roll. They delivered everything you would want in a Guardians game.
Right, yeah, move on. Next game. Next game, I said.
37 units?
We appear to be 6,963 units short.
If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
What about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Team's in trouble. Then you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
And take us to the majestic mountains of Kakarandara.
Guys, I think we should hear out Groot for once.
You know, the only problem with your plan is that Lady Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster.
Groot, are you really offering to...
No, he is not offering that, okay?
It could work.
Sell Groot? I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, Rocket's definitely scarier on the inside. He's unstable and vicious and totally oblivious to the needs of others.
Okay, we get it.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
You say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
That's not how women work.
Or weather.
We're flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax. Just one minor adjustment.
I ever mentioned how much I hate rain?
Hellbender's castle isn't even that far. That is not a castle.
Not
It is an
interested
impregnable
at all
fortress.
in this. Please no.
So how do we impregnate it?
Ask Peter!
Let's just get closer. We'll figure it out on the way. There is nothing to figure out. As beast merchants, we will easily gain access to Lady Hellbender. Good! We've already got a beast. All that's left is the merchant part.
Good thing I put on my official merchant costume.
There is no such thing. Right?
The fact you ain't sure don't bode so good.
Whoa! That is some really crazy lightning out there. Never seen anything like it.
Meteorological suicide is what it is.
Hey, is my jacket all right?
At least you got a jacket. Some of us are soaking here.
Less whining, more walking.
Hey, Stormlord, we ain't seriously walking through this. It'll take forever in this storm.
Stop complaining. The hardship will strengthen your spirit.
I face more than enough hardship. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, Feeble One. We got this. Just don't fall and we'll be fine. Whoa! Whoa!
Taking a really long time with this, aren't you?
Everyone okay? We should have gone to Maku 4. I would be wary, Rodin.
You know what? I survived freaking Half-World. I think I'm scared of some little...
It's not alone. Get ready.
What are these things? They are amorphous vermin.
Shoot first, questions later.
Chop them, Gamora!
This won't hurt much.
Smash them up, Drax! Meet your maker!
Steel Boy's enjoying this way too much.
This is the local fauna!
It's about to be an endangered species.
Groot! Hawkeye time! Oh, you, Rocket!
Time to go boom!
I am eager to experience Lady Hellbender's legendary menagerie.
Should we ask them for directions?
I'm thinking maybe they are directions.
Oh, like a signpost or something.
I'm not saying it's an arrow with the word fortress on it, but statues suggest civilization, and the only settlement I saw when we were topside
was Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Dead end. That's just great.
It's a retractable bridge. They used them at the prison I was in.
Too bad the controls are on the other side of the giant chasm.
What do you not have time to dawdle in this jungle? I shall hurl the creature over the chasm so he may activate the bridge.
I may activate a hole through your face. Put me down.
It'll be fine. Just curl up in a ball.
What?
Drax, throw him.
No.
Very well.
Peter?
It's okay. He'll land on his feet. Ooh. I guess that only applies to cats.
You sons of sharks! Scut-busting ass!
I am not familiar with these words. Order the beast to do its job.
Rocket, come on, man!
Ram it, dash face!
Fix the bridge and we'll raise your cut by 5%.
I want 10.
Okay, deal. Thanks for the bridge, Rocket.
If you even think of pulling that scud again.
Hear that?
Guys.
I got it.
Really don't care for this at all. And they're taking a really long time with it.
These creatures are perfect predators. Stop cheering for the murder monster.
Somebody's having fun.
You are my friend.
Keep it together, Drax.
Bad dog! Bad dog!
Soft.
man trying to kill us! Guys, huddle up! Already missing the jiggle jellies!
They keep moving around!
It is past time, my blade! Don't get too close to that mouse!
This guy barely feels it!
Yeah, I smell it too! Come on, we got this! Perhaps these were sent by Lady Hellbender! Well, she can keep them! How come monsters are never friendly?
Already.
That is definitely in my top 10 fortresses.
Peter?
Aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, right. The cage.
The point of even getting the Flarkin thing was looking like we mean business.
All right, Rocket. Time to put on your monster face.
I only got one face, Quill.
Are you sure about this, Peter? Look at him. You better have one hell of a sales pitch.
Maybe Gamora's right. We should try selling Groot instead.
Really?
This is an affront to democracy.
I just think that we might need Rocket on the outside for this one.
Yeah, we noticed. You want to make that call, then you better not mess this up. You hang tight there, bud. When the time comes, I'll get you out of there. Rocket style if I gotta.
Drac. Gamora, can you help me with this? What? Why?
To guarantee your safety as our leader.
Ah, come on.
Don't look at me, I ain't pulling that thing. Remember, buddy, menacing! Like me.
Are you done
Only,
yet?
bigger. Not bad, not bad.
Easy, big guy. So, how long before someone else wants to pull this thing?
You're 60 clicks from the fortress.
I'd say closer to 75.
We got this!
Two weeks later. Come on now. Something else you got to show.
Who's the monster now? Rocket! Let the
Guardians of the Galaxy. How many times do I have to kill you? The audacity that you thought you could rob me, Dweller! Feast upon them!
Now we're going to revisit two iconic brands that are being remastered for modern platforms. First up, relive the classic games in the Final Fantasy series, and then get one more peek at Legend of Mana ahead of its June 24th launch.
Something interesting? Steam and mobile. Alright. All 6 games. That sounds good. This is the game they haven't released outside of Japan before, right? Legend of Mana. Or is it just a remaster? Either way, better than
Up next, Earth's mightiest heroes continue their fight to defend the world in Marvel's Avengers. The team at Crystal Dynamics is excited to share the latest updates with you, including new mission types and a growing roster of heroes.
More Marvel, of course. Why not? We didn't have that. We haven't have enough Marvel.
Secure that
really.
super weapon at all costs. Cosmic energy is building up. Every second counts, people. Keep it moving.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
And they could probably continue playing.
You're out of your depth.
This is what they're going to show.
Shutting you down, Monica.
I did play throughout the whole presentation of the Guardians of the Galaxy.
The world doesn't need vengeance. AIM will save this world. I will save it.
There is no end to these clones. You don't understand what that cube is capable of.
They have spent more time on Marvel than anything else. God, what a disappointment. A boring disappointment. I'm sure they're great games, but still, it's not really what we're after when it comes to Square Enix, is it?
I applaud your efforts to connect with your roots, but as a man who has seen 3 Black Panthers fall, I must warn you of a few things. Many eyes follow the path you are about to walk down.
They say I walk like a king, talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same.
You just wanted to show off
They
your
chasing
suit.
the fame, they all want the name. But they ain't got what's running through these veins. Make way for the king.
It is Claw.
Vibranium doesn't belong to you.
You are right. Vibranium does not belong to me. It belongs to Wakanda.
Look at me now, count me down. So give me the crown.
It's enough already.
Talk like a king. You can act around now, say the same thing. They chasing the
Come on now. Move on to something more interesting.
Now it's time to give mobile players a quick look at some of the games that will be available in the coming
God.
months.
Good evening, 426. Our intelligence reports a new threat to global stability. Their reach is unlike anything we have seen before. Following Agent 47's disappearance, you were selected because of your remarkable skills. Execution must be perfect. We will strike from the shadows, and they will never know what hit them.
A sad and beautiful tale that echoes.
Here we go, something interesting finally.
The first mobile entry in the Nier series.
Of course it was mobile, I forgot.
Reincarnation.
Why? just looked at something interesting and I immediately forgot. Oh, it can't be for mobile. It looks too interesting already. Of course it is for mobile. Everything here is for mobile, I must remember. But Marvel, mobile, and the old releases of the 6 first Final Fantasy games. How long is this presentation? Because so far it's absolutely terrible. What's next? A pachinko machine? No Final Fantasy Fortnite.
Today, the team at Platinum Games is giving you an exclusive look at the epic world of Babylon's Fall, featuring fluid combat, powerful weapons, and a unique art style.
Right, Platinum. This might be interesting.
Built over 1,000 years, it was meant to be a tower of dreams. But for 1,000 more, it was seen as a tower of ruin. Persevering through fire and ice and the coldest of winds, eventually the tower became a symbol of unrelenting ambition. That tower's name is Babylon.
Does the savior of Neo Babylon stand among us? Let's find out without further ado.
It looks more interesting than anything else so far. That much is true, at least.
If I'm to die, then I'll die for hope, for what little hope there may be.
4 players, shoot them up again. Left for Babylon.
Seen through the veil at last, have you?
Oh, this looks
We're
a bit
all
more interesting
prisoners
than
of our
all those games.
subjective reality.
Although I wonder if you can play single player.
Believe only what you see,
Like if
and
it's
you're like to end up
feasible
seeing only
to
what you believe.
fight a single player.
But 2 paths lie ahead. Ascend to the heavens above the tower, or fall like this one now before you.
Now begins its tale of both hope and despair.
PlayStation 4, Steam, and PlayStation 5. Right. You know,
プラチナゲームズは本当にアクションという部分に関しては世界屈指のデベロッパーだと思ってますし、ニーアオートマタでそれを示できたんじゃないかなと思ってます。
ニーアオートマタのアクションをもっと楽しむためにどうしたらいいかって選ばれたジャンルがハック&スラッシュでした。のでこのゲームのコンセプトは端的に言うとニーアオートマタのアクションでハック&スラッシュというジャンルを楽しむということになります。
Nintendo is not really known for their graphics.
ダンジョンを攻略していくゲームになります。
コンセプトについては、プレイヤーが
途切れない目標に向かって
I have lost interest in PlayStation more and more as the years go by, so I'm glad it's on Steam and not yes, the PlayStation. And it's not also not on the Epic Games Store. Yes, on Steam. Like if it also was on Epic Games Store, I wouldn't care. But if it just was on Epic Games Store, I would have a problem with that.
なっています。それによって、遊び方とかカスタマイズの方向性っていうのも変わってきます。
ハイファンタジー感というかその上品さというところはすごい意識してくれっていうふうに言われましたね。カートゥーンチックにやらないようにというか、リアルに本当に存在している人たちがいるかのような感じは意識しました。
このゲームは運営型のゲームとして開発しています。発売後も定期的に新しいコンテンツを提供する予定です。
ようやく皆さんに改めてこういった形で発表できたのと本当に私たちも嬉しいですし、まさにこれから開発の佳境になっているので、精一杯頑張っていきたいので、皆さんも引き続き応援よろしくお願いします。
Yes, on PlayStation and Epic Games Store, I'm pretty sure. So I haven't played it yet. It looked like a fun game, but I'm not interested.
Now let's check out the next major entry in the popular Life is Strange series, True Colors. The team at Deck 9 is ready to give you a deeper look at Alex Chen's psychic power of empathy. But first, here's a look at the Life is Strange Remastered Collection.
And I don't care for this either.
Feels so weird to be back. After 5 years, you're still Max Caulfield.
What do you remember about us as kids?
I think about us as little pirates, running and jumping through Arcadia Bay.
We are awesome! Come on, let's dance! Or take my picture with your new camera.
We both got scars and it's so hard to That's Rachel Amber. After my dad died and you moved, I felt abandoned.
Oh, good, you're here.
Rachel saved my life. She was my angel. Something happened to her. We have to find her, Max. Holy shit.
Must play. No, not
Max,
really.
what's going on?
It's really not that great of a story.
I discovered I could reverse time. What the hell is this?
The first when I saw this game, it
Whatever's
looked
going on
interesting.
between us is special.
Step back before
Like
you
the original and stuff. But then
I realized
I watched
I had a choice
it on YouTube
and the power
and
to
I felt
change
like buying
everything.
it. I saw it in the store and I thought
Arcadia Bay is on
something
the
is
edge
wrong
of
here.
disaster. Time to change time.
So I decided
Whatever
not to buy it and watch
I'll
through
always
it
have your
in
back.
the Let's Play.
Always.
Then I reached the ending of the Let's Play and I was glad I didn't buy it. It was just terrible.
Hi, I'm Maya, also known as MXM2.
General,
I'm a musician
the whole
and the
game
singing
is
voice of Alex
good,
Chen
but
in the
the
upcoming
ending
Life is Strange True Colors.
just
I
make
hope
it
you
worse.
enjoyed that first look at official gameplay from the remastered collection. As a longtime fan, I know I did.
Chloe just
you can see the love
changes
and care that
completely
Deck 9 have
to make
put
your
into
heart
remastering
break
both Life is
because
Strange
if
and
she
Before the
was
Storm.
how she
This collection
was
features
throughout the whole
improved
game,
character
you
animation,
would be happy
lip
to kill her.
sync, and visuals, breathing new life into these two beloved games.
Let her die, I mean.
Back in
not
March,
kill
we
her.
also revealed the next major game in the series, Life is Strange True Colors,
She's
a
a
small
terrible
town
person
supernatural
throughout the
mystery.
whole game and then
Alex
just
Chen
in
must
the end,
uncover
no
the
way,
truth
I
behind her
have
brother's
changed
death,
completely. I
using
care
her
about
psychic
everyone
power of
else
empathy
besides
to
me.
unravel the
I
shocking
wish
secrets
for you
of
to
Hayden
sacrifice
Springs.
me so everyone will
Today,
live.
we have a first look
Which
at
isn't
Alex's unique
at all
power
how
in
she acted
action.
throughout the whole
Here's game
game.
director Zach Garris for more.
Terrible.
Alex's psychic power of empathy is integral to the story of Life is Strange True Colors. It impacts every relationship she builds and every decision she makes.
Never thought I'd have a freaky empath friend.
For years, Alex has been unable to shut out the strong feelings of others, the fear, sadness, and anger of those around her, leading her to believe her power is a curse. In the wake of Gabe's death, Alex realizes the only way she can find the truth is to embrace her power.
I can't believe this is happening. And the only way to understand is to feel what he's feeling.
From the very start, you can use Alex's power to focus on brightly colored auras to gain an insight into people's emotions.
Gabe was too young. Just too young.
These valuable insights deepen Alex's relationships with the folk of Haven Springs, as well as sparking new dialogue options and events. As here,
we had
from a scene very early
spin-offing
on in
with
the
the
game.
Chloe as the
You're gonna
main
lose her.
character.
You're gonna lose her, and it's all
This is the third
your
one.
fault.
I'm not interested.
Alex has
in it
uncovered
all.
a secret that Mac wants to keep
Not
hidden from
even
his
the
long-term
slightest
girlfriend.
interest in any of
And
these
now
games.
he is
anymore.
terrified that Alex will reveal it before he can talk to Riley.
She's the best thing that's ever happened to me. So please, help me out.
Mac's telling you a whole lot of bullshit.
Listen.
Thanks for telling me the truth, Alex.
Are we still together?
Are you serious? I need to get back to work.
Sure, Alex. We'll get out of your way.
When Alex encounters a particularly strong aura, she can reach out to actively connect with that person's emotions. This generates a nova, a supernatural flare that transforms the world around Alex into a reflection of that person's psyche. In this altered, emotionally charged state, Alex can experience fragments of thoughts and memories to get to the root of their issue. But not every emotional crisis can be easily dealt with. Some carry a dangerous, even
You
life-threatening
don't need
amount
to
of
take
power.
all this time with stuff like this.
I wish I were too.
No decision is easy, and the consequences will be felt across the game.
This
Please
anger
move
could kill her.
along.
What if I could just take it away?
Using Alex's power is the only way you can uncover the truth behind her brother's death.
What would that do to her? What would it do to me? And
So
even
for
if I
this
can,
presentation stands as a...
should I?
How far will you go in pursuit of that truth?
I don't know.
The choice
3,
is yours.
2.5 out of 10.
Alex's powers
just
look so
really
awesome.
goddamn slow.
I have no idea how I'll make some of these choices, but I can't wait to
spent
play it with you all
way
when it
too
comes
much
out on
time
September
on-
10th. Don't forget, you can pre-order Life is Strange
Just-
True Colors now. And if you choose the Ultimate Edition, you'll also receive the Life is Strange Remastered Collection. And that's it for today. Make sure to follow the Life is Strange social channels for more.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. Something else,
And
please.
now, we are excited to unveil a brand new title from Square Enix Japan.
Right? What's this?
I'm here to kill Chaos. That's my mission. Looks like Chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess
we'll just show ourselves in.
Good.
I only know one thing. I want to kill Chaos. We need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst.
Move aside! You're dust!
You sure Chaos is here?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down.
Feel the pain!
The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt.
Die already!
There was a knight who left on the same journey as you, but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
chaos.
I'll crush you! Know when you're beaten!
And who are you?
We're here to kill chaos.
The prophecy's very own Warriors of Light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland!
No. I become chaos.
Right. Final Fantasy. Right, that looked interesting. Good, yeah. Up to 3, I guess. Something interesting at least.
I'll leave you with a look at some of the amazing Square Enix titles you can play now, as well as those to come.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Just hit me with it.
I'm gonna drop plate number 7.
They're gonna do what?
Right, Final Fantasy Remastered. Merge replicants. Oh, the writers. This one is interesting. The world sends with you. Screw Life is Strange. The world sends it with you. That's interesting. And the fact that they didn't show anything here, it's sad. Forest, that might be interesting. Final Fantasy, right, sure. Stop with all the Marvel shit.
No, of course I will. I'll call you.
Thank you for joining us today. Keep an
That's
eye out
all.
for news about our next Square Enix Presents. I'm Matt Mercer. See you next time.
Yeah, I'm going to be nice and say 3.
Welcome back, everybody. The Square Enix presentation
They showed
is a
some
wrap.
stuff.
You taking notes?
I take it down.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was taking notes too.
Not all that interesting
you know what?
stuff.
It was very tough to follow up the Xbox presentation, but I actually found this very exciting. They dived really deep on a lot of games.
Spent a lot of time on a lot of things they were doing, which I appreciate quite a bit. Yeah.
In particular, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well done. Yeah, I think I'm going to end this here. I don't... no interesting the rest. For now. The Wonder Brothers left Back for Blood. No interest. I'm done. I have played some. I played some Astral Chain. I watched from Microsoft and Square Enix. Of course, Bethesda was part of Microsoft, but yeah, Microsoft was 7.5. Lots of games, different genres. Not all that many I'm interested in, but still, for many people, that's maybe even 8.5 really. Yes, lower because I'm not personally interested in it. Square Enix slow, just slow and boring, and I'm sure some people like the Marvel shit and Life is Strange. And that was the majority, that was like 75% of the presentation. Then we got Babylon's Fall, Babylon Tower, that thing. That looked interesting. Final Fantasy Origins looked also interesting. They release the old Final Fantasies 1 through 6 on Steam. That's good. Interesting and good. So yeah, 3. They didn't show any World's Ends with You sequel shit. Hopefully we see something of that at Nintendo's Direct. Yeah. I think I'm going to say 8 out of 10 for Microsoft, 3 out of 10 for the Square Enix. Yeah. That's it for this long stream. Thanks to anyone that bothered watching. Goodbye.